We're finally back! Welcome to the FGO Extra Classes Part 1 of 2026, featuring the rulers and the foreigners. I want to apologize for the 2-week gap between the lists. The big Strange Fake collab updates happened to land on Saturday, so, you know, it is what it is. But hey, as always, I recommend listening through the disclaimers I'm about to go through if this is the first time you are watching or listening to one of these 2026 tier lists. But before we get to those, here's my co-hosts of today.
Hello, as I, Rio Emerald, the unluckiest gacha player this side of the world. Not FGO, just, you know, other gacha games. Just thought I'd share that.
Hey everybody, Plushie here. Funny you should say that. I hit pity on both the Strange Fake characters. Also, Otto is visiting family, I believe, today, so he won't be showing up. So it's just going to be the three of us. But hopefully you guys still enjoy.
Worth noting, yeah, Otto won't be joining us today because he's out, but he's probably back next week already. But there's still 3 of us, so we can do this. Yay. I'm just gonna be the placeholder Pokemon looking thing this time. So to recap the disclaimers again, we changed up the format this year by skipping through full kit coverage of servants that already existed in previous year's tier lists, and we're only doing the full extensive coverage for servants that are brand new to these 2026 lists. Main reason for that is that the lists were getting way too long, and honestly, for, you know, most people have already heard the kits many times already, so I think it makes a lot of sense, and also these lists are still fairly lengthy anyway. And also, based on the feedback from the very first tier list of this year, we are now placing 4 and 5 stars into their own respective lists. As you can see, there is a split now. This is mostly to avoid some confusion, because we're not really directly comparing 4 and 5 stars usually in these tier lists, because it's a bit unfair sometimes, because 5 stars tend to be more powerful than their 4-star counterparts. But let's say if a 4-star happens to perform their role in a very good way, akin to even a 5-star or even better, they would get a lot of bonus points there in their own placements anyway. So it's just to make it a bit more clear with the placement, I suppose. It's been working pretty well so far. Now, if you're wondering why this part 1 of extra classes is rulers and foreigners, it's because we have a 3-way split on the extra classes, and we found the most equal split last year, which should still be more or less the same now for this. No other reason besides that, really. So yeah, that means there will be 3 parts of extra class tier lists like last year, with the same class split as well. Now, servants, as you can see, I'm stupid. I didn't place them. I was about to get to that part of the disclaimer. I did not place them. Okay, well, hold that thought for a second. Alright, for real now, as you can see, servants are already placed on the tier list, placed on their final placements of the 2025 lists, but we will still go through every single one of them with brief discussions about them, see if anything has changed with the servant themselves, or the meta that might affect them, or maybe our opinion of them has just changed over time as well, and then we'll see if we want to move them up or down, or just keep them where they were last year as well. Now, to help illustrate who we're talking about at any given point, because again, they're all placed, I have prepared this graphic up here. So if you look at the top left corner of the screen right now, it will always list the current discussing servant. So you will never be lost, hopefully. And also, if you're watching this later on YouTube as a video, as probably most of you guys will be, I will also write full timestamps of every single servant covered in this video in the description. So you can jump around with those, or if you just want to hear us talk about specific servants, because while this will probably be the shortest list, it's probably still pretty long, so I don't blame people if they don't want to listen through the entire thing. Use them, they're there if you want to. Now, for the placement order, this year we're fully doing release order. So instead of like 4 stars first in release order and then 5 stars in release order, we're just gonna go full release order. So there's gonna be some alternation between discussing 4 and 5 stars, because again, it's all release order. It's gonna be a bit tricky with this one because you have 2 different classes, but it's a good knowledge check because we can just jump around the pages, and I think it's gonna be pretty clear as to which servant released first. So I think we're gonna be fine anyway. Fun little trivia maybe as well. Now, for the sheets, I just have a AoE looping numbers sheet prepared here just to get some more comparison going if needed. Nothing too crazy on the emphasis though, but it's cool. And we also have some new comms with like new supports and new mystic codes added in from last year. Also, shout out to JR, Opal, and Tamala for maintaining this, and all the other helpers as well. Shout out to Mr. Copyright Suck for making all these beautiful templates, especially because this year we're doing the split, so he had to even do more lists again, because we have 4 and 5 stars now separately. Always very helpful. Shout outs. And shout out to my awesome co-hosts joining me, because again, without them, I would not do these solo. I could not do these solo. It would be either too much work or my knowledge of all the servants would be kind of insufficient. So it's always nice to have more people talking and having more POVs and discussion go in. So the links to the sheets, the templates, last year's placements if you're interested, and of course my co-host shadows, they're all in the description, neatly formatted. So do check them out and subscribe to my co-hosts as well. All right, let's do this thing. Leave a like on the video if you're watching this on YouTube. We have, I believe, 33 gold rulers and foreigners. I think the other 2 lists will be a bit longer than this because there really wasn't that much movement in these classes because we only actually have 1 new gold servant between these 2 classes since last year's list. And they barely missed last year's list anyway. But at least we have a couple of buffs at least to get something more. And then I assume some existing placements might get shifted anyway based on different vibes this year. But there you go. We can now get started. Yay. Full unscripted mode. Let's go. So, I believe the first servant, because it's going to take a while before we get to foreigners, I believe. It should be Jeanne. Last year, OG Jeanne, that is. We had her placed on a flat B, and I believe this was definitely with her buff to the first skill, which I think was a much needed buff for sure, yeah. Like, this skill used to be god-awful. It's now much more modern and nice. Jeanne still, unfortunately, has some other competition issue mostly, but at least she's usable, and I actually like this buff one, because NA has this now. I've been using her more in my free-to-play as well. It's quite nice.
Is she usable outside of like
well, it depends on if you're running like, you know, Lady Avalon, Castoria, maybe Tiamat, etc. Like, it depends. Like, my free-to-play, it's slim pickings, and I kind of like to use the ones that don't get a lot of attention.
Tiamat wasn't out when this character came out. Hold on a second. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Tiamat
that's true as well.
Sort of worsens the problem, in my opinion, because one of the things I did like about Jeanne was the full 1-turn invul. So, like, if there's like a weird fight where they're like, oh, you know, the enemy has 6 AoE action. I don't even remember if that exists. I think it exists like very rarely. Right?
Remember that one
like,
fight in...
Is it id? Like the
Yeah, it's id.
I think so,
okay. Yeah, so you guys play NA. It's already out. It's I think it's the Wild Hunt or something. But yeah, like even like during those rare situations, yeah, Castoria can actually get screwed sometimes, right? Because it's hit based. But you know, now we even have another support that kind of does this. And you know, Jeanne does cleanse, but Tiamat does, you know, debuff resistance, which is kind of, you know, like a preemptive version of that, right?
And also, an arts card from Tiamat is gonna refill MP way faster. But like, if we're just looking at like in rulers, then yeah, Jeanne is fine. But like,
I really think that's kind of like, you know, support power creep. Like I like, you know, recently our standards for supports have just been a lot higher with the whole like, you know, oh, you have to be both very defensive and offensive, which back in the day you probably only have to be one or the other, which is like, you know,
I blame Castoria.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously she is a pretty big, like, slippery slope, but it just doesn't look good. And at this point, I don't know what you can do to quote unquote fix her, because you really need to give her like a unique identity, in my opinion. Like, she needs to have something like completely unique, in order to sort of make her feel worth using over other options. Yeah. So
like, she's mostly still defensive, but then they try to slap these like offensive buffs to these 2 skills, which she still doesn't, sadly, like, she doesn't reach the same level as the other meta supports. So it's kind of them, but worse. So they probably should have done with something a bit more unique. I mean, I do like the first skill buff at least. It's her having now battery, especially AoE, is cool. But this second skill buff was weird. This double defense down thing. I don't know. It's just like, it's such a weird buff for someone like her.
Yeah, you kind of just
50% defense down for 3 turns, then it'd be fine. Actually,
yeah, you kind of need to like either go ham with the numbers, or just like you said, give her a something just only she has, right? Maybe give her the whole forgot the name of the MP, but where she like explodes or
Oh, La
like,
Pucelle, the sword.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Maybe. I mean,
you know what's funny? No one mentioned that sword in the thing we did, the feud, because that's a sword. That's a famous sword. It's a sword. La
Oh,
Pucelle is
true.
a sword, right? No one mentioned that in
Yeah.
the feud. I forgot about that too.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
like,
the sword.
I mean,
Yeah, there was only Germanic swords though.
Yeah, it was only Germanic swords. God damn it.
yeah. I mean, I guess they
Shout
did
out.
release a DPS Jeanne, which is the only new servant.
Yeah, so we do have a John
you know how
update,
she
but sadly not for
performed
OG.
Great.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah,
top tier,
yeah.
I'm sure.
But anyways, I I really hope they do give her something because she's still one of the most like beloved characters, in the game. So
I
Yeah.
don't think they will here. The thing is I think they've buffed her enough, and now they've put out a new version, and I think they're just gonna, if they want to put attention on Jeanne, they're gonna go for the newer version, or maybe fix her stupid Archer version, who sucks more. Like on a level of
Yeah,
like,
honestly, I
usability
feel like
for what their
Archer's
job
even
is,
worse off than
this
Ruler
Jeanne
these days.
is a better use case than
Yeah.
Archer Jeanne for her use case. So you know, you know who
Yeah,
needs more fixing? Archer Jeanne.
yeah, I mean, this Jeanne has always been like, oh, if you don't have other options, she's great. Like in a vacuum, she's great, but because of other options, she doesn't
Yeah,
look great, right?
unfortunately.
So I'm not gonna move her down, honestly, just because Summer Tiamat. I don't think I'm gonna move her down for now, but
You can
go to
probably
B
keep her in
then.
B for now and see how the rest
yeah,
shape
that's
up,
just
because
how
there's probably
she
going to be
is,
some movement
unfortunately.
here overall. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
just what she is.
So
There he goes
B,
throwing more cans again.
true. So we'll do B for now, and then we'll see if maybe down, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Sadly, no changes otherwise for her from last year. Next up, we have the younger priest man in Amakusa. He was placed into C+, so he was sharing the lowest tier with another SSR of these classes last year. I used to like kind of hype this guy up a bit because having full AoE buff cleanse before damage on your AoE damaging MP is great, but the thing is, like, nowadays it's not even all that relevant, I want to say. Like, it is a great effect, don't get me wrong, it's really cool to have, but besides that, his damage is very lacking, and his utility is okay, but it's also not all that amazing. And it's weird that his drain is single target when he's an AoE MP. And his cooldowns are pretty high. Like, I don't know. It's like...
Am I the only one when you hear, like, you know, Amakusa Shiro? I always say the full name in my head, Amakusa Shiro Tokisada, for some reason.
Oh,
Like,
you like the whole thing?
I say it every time.
Well, he has a fancy name.
I
If
said,
you wanted to do the full one.
and it feels impactful. Anyway, this guy sucks still. Nothing changed for this dude the entire year.
I just feel like, nowadays with so many supports being able to give you a lot of this stuff, you probably want something more unique. I guess I can't really say that either because I still really appreciate, DPSs that has like invul pierce or buff removal and whatnot. One of the reasons obviously being buff removal kind of getting nerfed throughout the years because they don't want you to just delete the fight gimmick with one button. But I don't know. It's still a really strong effect, like you said, but maybe all of this mixed together is just.
Yeah, I also
not
kind of agree
fancy
with
enough.
Chad. Like, considering he's basically always full neutral damage with not impressive numbers, he would need some kind of crazy anti-trade or something to actually be usable sometimes. As is, you just can't really justify. The damage is just way too low. Like, it's full neutral.
Early MP upgrades is just unfortunate because I feel like if he got the MP upgrade recently, he would definitely.
Yeah, they would have
get
added more than just
anti-evil.
increase the crit chance down on his over. That was the only thing they did besides the damage upgrade. Like,
Oh, yeah,
they would have
would've
added
given
way
him some
more
kind of
now.
anti-traits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, modern MP
he
buffs for damaging
definitely-
ones tend to be really solid. From the past 2 years, they've been really good. So.
Yeah, he definitely get like anti-demonic or anti-evil or something that's
Yeah, or
accurate.
both. They could probably do
Or
both.
both. Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah, so it's kind of unfortunate. Like early MP upgrades, you just see like, oh, increase base damage and
Oh my
add
god,
one
his
thing.
Bonsi
Not
is
very
also
relevant,
tragic.
but
It's undead and demon, but not demonic.
Oh
Oh no.
no,
ooh, I mean it's lore accurate.
Yeah.
He's
Oh
exercising
that's
his
no.
gross.
game
And
It's like
and
Santa
just
Martha
looking at
without the third one, which is the good one.
without the divine. Yeah.
Yeah.
and just looking at the like the damage list on here, his damage is like he's losing
Does anything change for him? He can
to
PG right now,
Metatron.
right?
Yeah,
He can.
it's bad.
No, he's not listed as
Can
BG
can he
here,
not
and he
PG
loses
now?
to
They have a
Metatron.
plug 3 comp for him, which probably improved a little bit, but their numbers are still pretty abysmal. I'm not gonna lie, because he has to run double
Whoa,
Oberon.
for waiver Oberon
But
over.
what
His
can he
other
not
comp
PG
is
with like Omi? I don't know.
he has
Maybe I'm not sure if they have fully
like
gone through everything.
HHO. They have Omi Oberon.
Oh, there are
Which,
some
you
Omi
know,
comps.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
like or who, but like
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Buster looping single core is the end all be all argument, but like, his
well, the thing
utility
is then he
is
doesn't he doesn't have anything to go in like a multi-core team either. So
Not
he
really.
doesn't have
Yeah.
anything for multi-core. So at least
that is the
his
problem
single
with
core
extra
has to be good.
class. You kind of have to be like really, really good if you're hitting neutral most of the time, like Chad said earlier. So we have some really nuts AOE like the extra classes nowadays.
Yeah.
So
He's just not
I
it.
guess he can.
Foreigners don't seem to have that problem yet. Rulers do.
Uh,
I blame it being
honestly,
rulers being set
I
as a
got-
defensive class.
Mm.
I got a
mostly.
couple of hot takes about foreigners. You can even say maybe called character
Cut that out of
development.
context.
Mm.
Clip
fuck.
that out of
Well,
context.
I mean, I am one of them, so whatever. But
He gets the pass.
there's Otto. Otto's a visiting family, so
Yeah.
it's just us.
He won't be here today.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think he can either stay in C or C plus, or maybe move to even to Z. Should he be the lowest
Move
ranked?
C just for funnies.
No, I don't think we should move him down. I'll think about it when we get to Abby, because that's like
Okay, we'll have the discussion again where we covered both of them on that
Right.
tier. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, that's Amakusa. Pretty sad, unfortunately. All right, rulers continue. I believe we're still not in foreigner release town. We got Martha Summer, our first 4-star. She was placed into flat C, so one of the lowest of these classes 4 stars from last year. Not the lowest, but certainly not looking too impressive. She's like if she was released now, she'd be much better, because she's like the good old Unga Bunga, full-on buster. But man, is her kit missing everything. Like, it has like nothing. Just nothing.
Oh yeah. Oh, if she was
so
released
bad.
now, her skill 3 would be 3 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all they need to do.
It's good.
That's all they have to do. To make her like usable, buff that skill to 3 turns.
That'd be
and you're
crazy,
good.
actually. 5-turn cooldown. Now we'd like that. She would just be.
Yeah, you could
punching
stack it a
divine
bit as well,
enemies.
yeah.
Oh yeah, with double Koyan, she'd be
Mhm.
killing stuff. So
Like,
yeah,
it would still be like a
honestly-
basic kit, but at least she would have some kind of use, maybe.
Because like divinity isn't bad. Like the anti-divinity is like out of the 3. Once again, this is the skill that caused bugs and made them have to create the separate divine divinity or undead and then split it as separate traits as well. We talked about that last year. That was weird. To discover that this skill caused issues. But they if it was 3 turns, she'd be like fine, because that's technically 100% MP damage or 100% crit damage for 3 turns against a specific set of targets. Not every target, but a specific set, which I think is enough to like influence things, because she has like nothing else. Like
Even her
water side
attack
attack
up is
20%.
conditional. It's 20.
It's conditional. And it's 20.
It's too often that
The
she
only
would
thing
have,
why
like,
she's not E tier is like she has an MP upgrade. That's pretty much it. And the defense down is the overcharge is decent. It's defense down before damage. It only 1 turn, but at least it's before damage. That's it. That's it.
I mean, I'd see the weird thing is she's probably still like, people probably used her during the strange fake raid, right? That's a divine enemy, so maybe. But
probably could, yeah.
Outside of raids, I kind of don't see it at all, which is really a shame, because the triple buster deck, I'm always excited about triple buster deck. It's like, Hippolyta, I was like completely not that interested of her, and then she came in with the triple buster and I'm sold, right? So
Mm.
that's
But
it's kind of unfortunate.
yeah, how to
mark
make
up.
your top tier, buff your third skill, add 30% buster, and make the buff 3 turns. And we're
Does she have a battery?
Yeah, 30%.
No, she has slow charge.
No,
no, it
she
is
has
a battery.
Yeah,
No,
it's
sorry, I was
30%.
mixing up with someone else.
Okay, that's good enough. She doesn't
It's
need
30%. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good enough. So
Wow,
yeah,
it's so bad.
I mean,
Look at the
it's
second
just-
skill though, one-time debuff he made. It doesn't have duration, so there's that, but it's just a heal besides that.
Oh my god, it's so bare bones. It's like
This
her
is like
entire
the
kit could
first
probably
Summer
be one
Servant
skill.
set.
Honestly, yeah, her entire kit could be one skill, like modern.
It
and then
could,
we'll be
one
like, oh,
SSR could have this and then some, and this would be 3 turns anyway.
Yeah, it would be like, the being one turn's a little bit late. I guess she is still C then.
She stays C. She's still better than Quetz.
Yeah, for sure. Quetz is the
very funny
4-star
that the 4 stars are
Amakusa. That's it.
I'm just thinking, like, did anything happen to any of these 4 stars?
I don't,
'Cause they're in
buffs
a
wise,
line
no.
already.
Unfortunately, no.
I mean, I have
They're in a line already.
I have some opinion on like 1 or 2 of them, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll see. I
Okay.
guess. Well, I mean, we'll still go through everything, so we'll see. Yeah. All right, Martha. Unfortunate. All right, still on rulers. We got Anniversary 2, Sherlock's release. Still the only male Anniversary servant, by the way. He was placed into flat B next to Jeanne. He still has a place in the game, honestly, because again, he's one of the only ones that it's still rare to be able to give Barty ignore defense. And he also gives ignore in move, which is cool, if you also need that.
It's still 2 characters only.
Yeah, like it's still a rare thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just him.
I still use them.
And also, correct me if I'm wrong here, ignore defense, it's not infallible. If enemy, there is some really rare case where enemy can have like more than 100% defense. It only ignores flat 100%, right? So his MP also having defense down is basically bonus ignore defense when it's really rarely needed. So it can mitigate even more defense. It's kind of funny how that works.
Sure,
I'm pretty sure it ignores 100%, up to 100%. So if an enemy actually has more than 100%, it only minuses 100%. Because there was that one challenge quest in an old Narrowfest. It was like Siegfried with Giga defense. You could bring Emiya there, whose MP ignores defense, but it still won't do amazing damage because he had like 200% defense or something. Like you needed a bunch of buffs on top of that or defense down. So that was that's why I found out about it. Like it doesn't ignore everything. It's minus 100% defense. That's how it works. Well, minus 100% of existing defense that they might have.
I remember the quest you're talking about.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a really old one. Yeah.
Well, nowadays they just do damage cut and add like 5 billion stacks of damage cut to the.
Yeah, nowadays they just kind of do damage cut.
I actually still use him sometimes. I mean, the problem with him is his best use case is level 1 with a K-scope, so he can give his buff and then die.
Well, you don't need a K-scope anymore because he has a 50 battery now too.
No, level 1. That's what I mean.
Oh,
level 1 and a K-scope, so he can just NP and die.
That is a very mint.
Yeah, his level 1 is like the support skill as well.
Yeah. I will say that was back in the day. It was a very like, if you do min turns, you have to have a level 1 Sherlock. That is really funny. I didn't have that for the longest time, and when I finally got it, it was like when he was no longer being used. But yeah, sometimes you still bring him out.
I mean, I still use him occasionally. I was doing one on the current challenge quest using him, but my capture card broke.
He was in B next to John. But honestly, I feel like he could maybe be B plus because while his use case is you don't use him all the time,
he just has like one.
He's still like relevant because again, there's only like 2 servants that give ignore defense. Like well, there's more than 2, but you only really use 2 of them. So yeah.
I think a player is more likely to use Sherlock than use Jeanne is the thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah.
By so many other units where Sherlock cannot, so I think he should be above Jeanne.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Especially now that Summer Tiamat is out, yeah.
If we're just looking in a vacuum, Jeanne's definitely a stronger support, right? But like, in reality, because of the irreplaceability, I do think we can move him up.
Yeah, for chat asking, yeah, Iskandar is one who also gives it. That's why I said there's more than 2, but no one really brings him for that. The other one that people do bring is But actually, no. Is that the other one? I'm confusing.
Yeah,
both,
What
actually.
it is
He is
if
the
you
only
need
other one.
ignore invul and people bring Jane.
Jane, yeah, I was thinking
Or
Jane,
they
but it's
just
ignore
say
invul,
she
not
was
defense.
Olga
Yeah.
now, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you wouldn't bring Iskandar. You would bring Sherlock if you have him. Yeah. Okay. I think he can go B plus
But
for
now
sure.
ignore invul and people just do freaking Olga and cheat.
I mean,
I'd go B plus. Sure.
Yeah.
Not used all the time, but when he's used, he's still, you know, good at his job. So, yeah, sure. You'll be happy if you have him on your account, even if he's not used a lot. I think this is still before foreigners. This is an interesting one, actually. We got First Emperor next, because this is one of the only 2 buffs we have for these 2 classes, and this is a fairly recent one, too.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, is Abigail actually first?
Abigail Williams is next.
Oh, is she
Yeah,
before?
We got the
Abigail is,
foreigner chapter because, like,
yeah,
remember all the Epic
Abigail
of
was,
Remnants?
Oh, wait, was there this
before.
big of a gap between rulers? I just realized.
Xiang Di is OC is Lost Belt 2.
Wait, that's
So the
crazy.
Epic
This
of
gap is
Remnants
enormous.
Lost Belt
3, actually. Yeah.
Wait,
Lost
that
Belt 3,
gap
sorry.
is insane. I just realized.
Abigail, Hokusai, and MHXX all happened before Xiang Di.
Is there really this big of a gap? Isn't this like many years or something between these 2?
Yeah.
No,
we
it
have-
is a year,
Hey,
like a
1
year and a
year.
half.
I think it's maybe
'cause-
closer to 2 or something. But, yeah.
Sherlock is 173 and Xiang Di is 229, and there's about 30 servers. Actually, that is about 2 years.
I think it's like 1.5 years, if around that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
True. Okay, so my bad. We can finally talk about the first foreigner. In fact, we have several foreigners, I think. At least 2. But yeah, first one. Here we go. We got Abigail. She was placed, this is the OG one. She was placed into a fairly high A. And I believe that was because she had a new buff last year, right? Which one was it again?
Yes.
It was the 3rd skill buff, was it? Yeah, because, yeah, she now has the Terror Power mod, which is 100%. So she actually is used in, like, farm now, right? Yeah, true. Because she also has some AoE buffs, like the MP damage. Huh. Yeah, this is
she has,
interesting
like,
for sure.
very high 1-turn burst damage
Yeah.
for neutral. And then she has like a little bit. I would still say her charge and party buffs are pretty lackluster compared to modern standards, because if you look at characters like the SSR Liz, for example, right? She has self 80 battery, and then she has party 20, right? And then we have like, you know, Phantasmoon and then other single targets. So I do feel like it's not that easy to enable, you know, to like fit her into a team in terms of like the charge, because it's not great, but it's still, you know, big 1-turn damage. People probably raid with her, I assume.
I would say, yeah. I mean, I assume that she
'Cause,
she
like,
must have been
it's-
really amazing on the Strange Fake raid too, right?
MP damage, defense
Yeah.
down, and then she has a self 50 battery with the power mod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
the only lacking again is just party charge. Like she doesn't.
Yeah, it's only
Really
10% per
have
turn,
any-
so it's a bit more
Yeah,
awkward
it's
to work with.
Really low. Yeah.
If it was 20% per turn, maybe.
Yeah, or
But,
like
like-
something immediate. But yeah, this is unfortunately not great.
Well, I mean, you know, you compare with other people that spread 10% charge per turn.
yeah, I
like
mean,
some event. I don't actually know if you pair those two together. Actually,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that
true.
seems like a bad idea.
right now farming is it's a lot more like you can kind of just do whatever you want because of the sheer amount of options we have. So yeah, Zabby's easier to work with, but at the same time, you know, you have a lot of other options as well. So I don't think she moves. I think she just stays where she is.
So she can stay at
Where
a
was she?
fairly high A then, yeah. I mean, she does hit hard whenever it's relevant. And it's a thing she can apply herself. And that's always the ideal if you have a high damage mod of sorts. Being able to apply it yourself is always very good. She will hit neutral a lot of the times because she's a foreigner. But on the off chance that there is a berserker, she's going to hit really hard. Really hard for that one turn that that power mod is active. Assuming you land the terror. Like, it's no joke.
Which most of the time you do. You're going to land the terror most of the time.
Yeah, especially against berserkers. They tend to not really have any resistance innately. Yeah. We can probably keep her in A, sure. We'll see how the rest around her moves. But yeah, she got a big glow up with that buff last year. Okay. So it's foreigner number 2 now, right? It's Hokusai.
Yes.
Let me write her name here. Hokusai is up next to OG. We covered her welfare ages ago, and OG was placed into A+, actually. I guess her numbers are still pretty good among the neutral arch loopers. I think that's the main reason, because she still has the man attribute power much. She got the MP buff, which solved her refund issues as well, and she does. He even got extra damage on top of the damage upgrade because of applying the arch res down before damage.
I think it's a bit high though.
It actually probably is a bit high. Now that I look at it, I didn't remember that she was A plus.
Yeah, I think that's way too high. I think she's more
Let's see
like
the
Abby
numbers a
tier.
bit.
Probably.
Hold on. No. She is my main art super on my NA account.
I don't. Well, she didn't even have the. She don't even have the buff on NA.
Yeah, she does.
She does. I think.
Upgrade?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of need it to
Well,
do proper looping.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go grab my tablet and check if she has the MP upgrade. 1 second.
See, here's the thing. I think she is a very solid AoE art slooper, and very solid AoE art sloopers that don't do anything else should probably just be A nowadays. That's just how it is, genuinely. Like because we have like art sloopers that are doing crazy stuff, like supporting the party, like Demeter we talked about, and Lancer. And then she isn't really doing that. She has buff and will resist, but that is also like very accessible for arts DPSs nowadays. So I don't know. I feel like she's. I'm not saying she's bad or anything. Like we rated Abby pretty high, but I don't think she's A plus at all.
I think she's better than Abby.
Better?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even 100% sure.
I'm not sure if she's better, because she's fully tied to single core arts because she has nothing for the team. And the numbers are not. They're pretty good, but they're not amazing, right?
I do want to move a lot of stuff down from the two tippy top tiers. So I do actually want to move her down because I think we have to be a little bit.
Honestly, wait, now that I'm looking at it, she's in the same tier as Moriarty.
Yeah, I also disagree.
So how about because I was thinking this just a minute ago. I'm like, shouldn't we like make some space and like shift like maybe like everything?
I think there's definitely going to be some movement.
I mean, sure, but at the same time, there's a lot of servants later that me personally, I will move down just because I feel like.
I think I'm kind of seeing what you're saying as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I think that because it doesn't affect the actual everything A and below. Moving everything down just allows us to like get a little bit more granular at the top tier because I feel like it's crowded up there.
So, like, yes, but I'm gonna move. I feel like we gotta move some of them down. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, would we be able to do that like right now and just like adjust things?
I don't even think we need to make space because
I feel like before we do like mass movement, let's just focus on the ones we're discussing at hand and then see how it looks like. And at the end, when we do the final checks, then we can maybe see if we wanna move more. But I feel like now we're just gonna focus on the ones that are always discussed at hand. And honestly, I think Hokusai should come down to A. She's going next to Abigail.
I just don't think. And then you're gonna but like I'm gonna move more people.
Also, I
that's
do
not
want to
gonna be
mention. So Hokusai doesn't have her NP buff on NA, but she does have the bug.
Oh, the refund thing.
No. So
the defense down triggers.
The defense down. So when on her third skill, the defense down.
Yeah, it's a plan on art stuff
after damage, but it's actually triggering before damage.
Yeah, it's actually it does increase the damage for sure. Yeah,
it's been that way for months, and it happened in JP when Hokusai got her MP buff. Like it happened, or at least people noticed it there. Maybe it was around for much longer. And
who knows? Honestly,
because who was using?
Honestly, if they don't fix that when NA gets the buff, she's actually going to be really strong on NA.
Yeah, because it does create because like that's kind of why I use her in NA because like she does pretty good damage thanks to that.
Well, it should be around the same damage on JP would still be higher, right? Because he has the MP damage upgrade, and then there's also the arts res down, which is more or less breaks even, right? So
Yeah.
but yeah,
Like,
if
it
NA
helps when
gets
NA
whenever NA gets the buff, and then if they don't pick this bug, she's actually gonna be really kind of scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, she's done.
Yeah,
Fine,
we'll keep her
fine.
in
You
A.
can move her down.
Okay, or rather move her down to A. Yeah. Okay. So wait, who's the next servant?
MHXX.
So it is XX next. Okay, let me type that in. Always gonna make sure. MHXX back to 4 stars. She was placed into C plus, so not very impressive. I mean, she's just very basic, you know, single target arts damage. She's got like a little bit, like she's got the threat against humanity power mod, but granted, Castor also offers it anyway to any arts DPS, and then she has the big damage or the super effective against saber servants. It's like Musashi with like single target again. Like, it's relevant. She can actually do good damage to sabers as well, despite being neutral, but she's just so basic. Like, there's not much going on here.
Slightly better than
it's one turn buff's problem.
Like, she's a better version of Summer Martha, and that's about it.
Yeah, definitely better than Martha in terms of the bare boneness, but at the same time, you know, just I really don't think anything really
I'm shocked that they haven't buffed her to fix her.
Yeah,
Because,
what? 0 buffs is crazy.
Oh,
actually,
the
they did
other
buff the MP, I
MHX
guess. But it's only damage.
Yeah. I don't think anything changed about this character.
No, she's still unfortunately kind of trash.
Yeah. So she can stay where she is.
Yeah, I was just a plus above Martha, so not much going on there, I guess. She can hold potentially the tier alone again. We'll see. That was a fast one. So next up should be back to rulers, right? Before the next New Year's servant. Okay.
Oh, one of the bigger ones. Fine.
Yeah, this is one of the bigger topics today, despite not being a new servant, because we only I think, unless I missed something, we have 2 new buffs, and this is one of them. So now for realsies. First Emperor is on the topic next. He was placed into flat B. He's always been this interesting servant. Like, he's like, a lot of people like to emphasize him as the soloer. He's kind of hard to work within a team, but this buff that he got definitely tackled 2 issues that he was struggling with. One, his damage wasn't high unless he was critting, and his gains weren't the best, so the arts helps him both. And most importantly, he can now generate stars himself. 15 stars per turn is a nice amount to get, because, again, he really needs to crit, otherwise he doesn't really do any damage. And especially in your solo, people were running like MLB 2030s just to be able to crit, despite it does nothing for your damage. It even gives you HP as a stat, just because, again, if you don't crit, your damage is way worse. So this buff definitely addresses issues for him that he was dealing with. Also, they did the interesting little anti-invul pierce gimmick here as well, where he has 100% defense up whereas an invul, and that lasts for 3 turns. So in case the enemy happens to have an invul pierce, when you MP with him, you're probably still going to be safe, unless they also have ignore defense, then you're kind of screwed. But yeah, he's more safe now as well, I suppose. Yay. And also has a defensive class.
This is exactly the buff I said they should give him. And every time I brought this up, Otto would say they shouldn't give him this buff because that'd be boring. And
it is boring, but it's a good buff for sure.
I'm the victor because it fixed him to make him function as the role he was clearly intended for, instead of whatever imaginary role Otto has in his mind.
I mean, okay, look, you can still play with him in a team, I would say.
Yeah, you can. With this, you totally can.
Yeah, and like the anti-invul pierce is interesting. I think you know, if enemies have like a single target MP, which am I crazy, or I feel like most bosses we fight have AoE MPs. That's another thing that kind of sucks about his situation, where I feel like if it's not a specific servant that we're fighting, their MPs are usually like just wipes, right? Like entire just team wipes, which kind of is unfortunate for this type of tank. But it's still really cool. And if you're soloing with him, really good, you know, way better refund with the crits and the arts up. And of course, not being scared of Invul Pierce is really nice as well.
Also, someone in the chat said, like, how many servants even have both Invul Pierce and Ignore Defense? I think it's still less than 10, probably. It's around 10, maybe, or so, that have both in their kit. I would say.
Very interestingly, Kiara alter ego completely counters him on every possible conceivable
Yeah, she has
way.
the unique anti-ruler damage passive, and then her MP has both Invul Pierce and Ignore Defense. It's kind of funny, yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, honestly, really solid. Again, you know, he's still gonna be this awkward where like, oh, if I don't like his playstyle, I'm still not gonna use him because it doesn't fundamentally change how he works. But I'm kind of glad because some people are suggesting like, oh, they should give him the Constantine treatment where they make him a full support, but then they just make Summer Tiamat too. So who gives a crap, right?
Yeah.
So like this is a more unique and interesting buff, in my opinion, that emphasizes his role. So I quite like it. I think he at least has to move up half a tier, but
Minimum, I would say
can be
maybe
more
even a
than half
full
tier. I think
tier,
it'd be a
honestly.
full tier.
Full
Mm.
tier,
I was about to
yeah,
say.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, full
This
tier.
is this again.
definitely.
This addressed some of his biggest problems. Like it's a very good buff for sure.
Yeah.
Because he was in, what was it, flat B? I think he's A tier now. I think he is. I think he's definitely A tier. Like, I wouldn't feel bad about that. The silence, though?
Yeah, no,
Okay, I wasn't sure. Alright,
Yeah.
we'll move him next to
Also,
Hokusai.
I do wonder if like how many ignore defense, ignore you know, invuln there are, because it was like, I swear it was more common than
I think there was
that.
around 10 or so, maybe. It's not that common, honestly. It's still pretty rare.
Yeah, it's
It has to be less than 20. There's no way it's anywhere close to 20.
I mean, the thing with all that though is like,
Okay, so Aoko has it. That's one.
It's not really about like
Chiara,
like,
Dioscuri, Tame
Dioscuri
Tomo. Who else?
What I was about to say though,
Muramasa.
is like, this doesn't really
Ibuki,
matter.
Gensai.
This doesn't really matter because like,
Oh, Kiritsuga
dude,
and Archer
no,
Moriarty.
you are using Qin Shi Huang to fight other stuff. Like they could
Drake.
easily just make a boss.
I guess Sherlock can also give it to everyone. Yeah.
Is my mic working?
Yeah. We were just listing the combo. Sorry.
No. Like what I mean to say is just sorry. What I mean to say is just like you're more so looking at what counters him, but like you can't really tell by looking at the servants that exist. Because like honestly, I don't even think we fight like regular servants that often anymore. Like they could just have a boss gimmick that gives them this, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of difficult to gauge. And at the same time, I don't think we're fighting like alter ego Kiara like ever, right? Like if we're fighting a Kiara, it's probably some kind of random boss version instead. So it's more difficult. It's more complicated than that.
I was going through and I was like, it's got to be more than 10. I'm like, it feels more common than that. But I went through and I counted, and I'm pretty sure it's 10 exactly.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I was like, it's probably around 10. Yeah, true.
Because like Aoko, Dioscuri, and then it is Ibuki, and then Gensai. So that's 4. And then you get to Mash, who is one of them. And then
there's Kiritsugu, Dioscuri, Archer, Moriarty, Drake.
Then Mori. And then
like actual Berserker Mori as well. Yeah, true.
And then Kiara.
It's probably a bit more than 10, honestly. But yeah, close enough.
And then Space Aresh.
It's a little higher than 10.
Oh, this is just on MP. This is not like a combination of skills.
Okay. Never mind
this
then.
Is like,
yeah.
Just like the NP Wombo combo.
Yeah, for those there's like 10 at most.
And that's where it ends, is those Oh no, that's 9. Yeah. Those 9 have it as the combo, and then Sherlock is the 10th technically.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is it as far as like on NP having that happen. So it is more rare than I thought. Maybe it doesn't feel as rare to me because I have like 4 of the 9 grailed. Funny enough.
Yeah.
So I'm like, huh, no wonder I feel like it's more common than it is. I use it all the time. I'm like, all right, well, that's on me. My bad.
There you go. He's safer, and most importantly, his main issues were addressed in a nice buff, so he's looking much better. Actually, very usable. Cool. First Emperor. Now, who is next? Is it Quetzalcoatl? That was before, because it's Christmas before this New Year's, right? Where Young was released.
It is Santa Cats, yes.
Okay, let's do that next. Quetz Santa. So I already kind of said earlier, I think she's just the worst version of Amakusa, and Amakusa is already one of the weaker 5 stars, so she was placed into D+. She was the lowest ranked among 4-star rulers and foreigners.
She's literally just evocation filler for new players to have a Buster Servant.
Yeah, it's just like the most generic AoE buster. Again, her class, I like the ruler class itself because it's so defensive and new player friendly, but if you're looking for damage, maybe not the best because you're hitting neutral most of the time anyway. Oh yeah, just very basics. I mean, it's not the worst lines like the text themselves, but it's just like not many lines. And obviously, she doesn't have any buffs either, I just realized, yeah. So yeah, even if you have the free MP5, it's still not going to hit very hard in particular. The crit ramp is okay. I wish it was 50 though instead of 30, but it is AoE, so it's cool, I guess.
Nah, instead of buffing her, they'll buff her other form that gets power crept by an Avenger after like 3 months.
Oh no.
Yikes.
I don't think she changed. She still is, in fact, the worst of all of these.
Probably.
Like,
I would say so, yeah. Alright, there you go. Quetz Santa, still the same as last year. So now, is it New Year's time?
after that is Astraea.
Oh, really? So wait, who was the New Year's servant of that year? Because this was Christmas, right? Was it Benyenma or something?
The order is...
Oh, maybe it's Benyenma.
Benyenma, yes. Because it's Astraea,
okay.
Artoria, Pendragon, Young Guifei.
Oh, so there's a good
next.
gap of foreigners again. I guess it makes sense. Okay. Alright, let's see then. We got the greatest servant of all time. No bias whatsoever, by the way, in Luvia, or Astraea, as is her official name. But yeah, my queen is here. She was placed into EX last year. Still relevant. Basic servant, but well, she does her job well. And when they buffed her MP, I'm still kind of surprised because it's a really good buff. They didn't really do much. They just did the damage upgrade, but then they added Invul Pierce on top, and it's all that the doctor ordered to keep her very relevant. And she's anti-evil. Being a ruler, you can basically bring her against any evil servant. You're going to be fine despite the neutral damage. It still hits hard. And her crits are okay too. Not really crit focus, mostly still MP spam focus, but yeah, I can do some of that too. Good uptime on the first skill. Solid, decent basic buffs. Some burst on the second skill. Stars to help spam MP more. Like this is like beauty in simplicity when it comes to gameplay, really. That's what it is. She's compared a lot to Creamhill as well as the and I guess also to an extent Summer Aries. They're like the single target arts 4 stars that are like considered like the universal ones, depending on what you're going up against. One will be better than the other.
She's still used today, like for various things.
I mean, mine is Bond 50. I have a perfect copy on NA Bond 50 and I still use her. But yeah, honestly, I'm an exception in that because I use her in everything because she's my favorite servant of all time. But yeah, even outside of me, people do still use her though, yeah. It's not just me simping like crazy.
I mean, if you want to pick one servant in this pool to put into EX, it's probably her, right? Like, I don't think there's another unit that fits it.
If Nagnaria didn't have the debuff resistance problem, she could be in the conversation, I think. But sadly, because that her use case is a bit more limited.
Yeah, and also I will say it's well, I mean, I'll go into more about that when we talk about her, but she is pretty annoying to work with.
I just hate the debuff resistance thingy. I really hate that. That's my main gripe.
Yeah, and the skill seal is just with nowadays.
I don't like servants who have to solve a puzzle to like get damage out of.
So nowadays with skill cycling being so much better than it used to be, Like you can with a pen 5 and everything. Anyways, so yeah, we'll talk more when we get there. But I think Astraea is still pretty firmly EX. Yeah.
Yeah, like not just I feel like not just in this list. She's if you two look at 4 stars as a whole, she's the top tier single target in my opinion. But again, I could be biased because again, she's my favorite. But I think she is that good. Very
No,
easy
I don't
to
think
use.
that's biased. We still,
Yeah.
you still see her.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
she's still going out there and doing stuff.
There you go. There's my queen right there. Very good. Simple, but just very effective. So next up, more rulers, right? Yeah, okay. So we got Bunnytoria next. She did have a glow up last year, I believe. We moved her to A. No new buffs this year, but I think this third skill buff was new to last year, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the one that gives.
Yeah, she kind of because her
40%
damage
attack
was
of the
always
party.
kind of like whatever, but with this, like, oh my, she can give party quite a bit of buffs, like 40% attack, just one skill. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's already quite good. And then she herself has decent buffs as well. She herself can reach a very high amount of attack, especially if you're doing like single core looping, which you can do if you have a crazy copy. Otherwise, you might just do some DPS and or a little bit of multi-core. She doesn't really have any like anti-trait though, so you kind of do need a good copy, I feel like, for that. But this was a nice glow up though. Like just 40% AoE attack on one skill is surprising. Very surprising. Like no one else has that, right? 40% attack on AoE on a skill. I want to say no one else has that, right?
Not
30%
that high,
exists,
I don't
but 40 I don't think does besides her. So it's basically like those niche charismas that give a second 20 to a certain trader or whatever, but it's guaranteed. It works with everyone. It's just 40 as is. There you go. Oh, I guess Cnoc Naria. True, that's funny. It's AoE as well,
Alright,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be just funny. Yeah, true. But it is conditional. Yeah, true. So it's kind of like it's in a maybe more in a similar ballpark to those charismas I just mentioned that have the trait thingy, because it kind of is a trait thingy still, even if you can kind of apply it.
I personally think she's pretty good. I know she was like when she first came out for a lot of years, she was like, "This is the garbage I got when rolling for Melt," and at this point, I think she's going to be used way more than Melt.
Yeah, Summer Melt has she has been ignored so long now. It's sad.
Yeah, it's the unfortunate thing of like, you know, a unit built for back then versus a unit that kind of grew into how the game is played today. Because like with that, you know, it's 40%. She has 40% charge, which is a little weird, but it's basically 30%. So like, you know, in events with like starting charge and her append, it's basically a free full charge. You know, you got the party attack up. You got you can manipulate cards a little bit. Like,
Yeah, it's like the half manipulation. It should hopefully. It usually gives her a brave gen at least. It's sadly not a full one. If they did this buff now, they would do the full one, right? Surely, because we have several servants that do that.
Oh
now.
yeah.
So it's unfortunately it happened a bit too early on. They would surely do the full one.
Yeah, that would be so good, because like I remember when people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna pull for a CL just to like, you know, get the hand and then plug her out for my actual DPS." If she could just do that as a support, man, people would kind of go crazy.
Yeah.
About her.
Yeah, because she allows you to have. If she did that, she would allow you to have your DPS up front from the very beginning, which is better for buffs.
She has really good buffs, like offensive buffs. so yeah, I think she's super solid. What a turnaround, honestly. Like of a servant, because people really consider her to be one of the worst ever because she didn't do good damage. She can BG loop now as well. So just great servant, honestly.
The funny thing is like it's because her attack stat was low. Like her attack stat is still low.
It is,
but at the same time,
she has
like,
so much attack in her kit.
You can look at that and go, oh my gosh, the attack stat is so incredibly low. But then, you know, just 5 seconds, you know, those same people will then turn around and like say point to like Luvia, who has like almost the same attack stat, and go, "This is the best servant." And it's like because it's like she's a 5-star. Her attack is very low for a 5-star. It's a 4-star attack level, but like people use 4 stars for attacking. That's why I also think she has like basically 70% attack up in her kit. It's because like
it's actually 80%. All right, no, it is 70. Yeah, 70. And then the 30 buster on top as well.
I was like, just make up for it, nerd.
Where do we have her?
She was moved to flat A, I believe. Yeah, with this buff. I forgot where she was before that, but it was definitely way lower.
Hot take. I think I want to move her to A+.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not necessarily against it. Yeah.
Just because I feel like right now, and also I do believe it's going to be less controversial nowadays because a lot of people are looking for like card shuffle stuff nowadays, and then they realize, wow, this is actually pretty nuts, right? And like you said, the only annoying part is, sometimes you're like, oh, that's awesome. I'm going to shuffle away one of my supports cards, and then you get a full hand of your other supports cards, which is just
so you can still get screwed because it's a half guarantee, but yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
but I think she's good, but I don't think she's on the same as like Moriarty and like
I think
whatnot.
She is. Can she not BG Luke?
She can. She had a Omi-san comp at least. Let me look at the details.
Yeah, I think she is. Like Moriarty.
Oh, she actually has several comps for BG.
Yeah, because she has the flat 20 MP refund as well as a 40 charger. So she has a lot of comps that allows BG.
Honestly, I don't know. Sacrifices damage, but I would rather do the Omi Oberon versus double Oberon. Double Oberon, anytime I see that, I just want to vomit.
Yeah.
It's like the most disgusting team.
I mean, I think they just show it because it has the highest wave 3 damage. I don't think it's the best comp, honestly. I think any of the other BG comps looks way more enticing to me. The middle two, namely.
Yeah, see, there's you can even use plug V2. You don't even need the new plug. So I honestly, and like as a support, I know you use Tonalico a lot. So Moriarty's gonna feel like a legit support. Nobody else is gonna use him as a legit support, like genuinely, like unless you're using Tonalico or Astraea. So I think there's an argument for it to be A+.
I think we can start and then we'll again see how we discuss the others there as well and the ones above and below as well. We'll start with this. Yeah. Come a long way though, no matter where she ends up in here. Okay, so is next Himiko or is it Young?
The next servant is Young Guifei.
Or Young Guifei.
Okay, yeah, we're back to
Himiko is like 4 away. You're I don't know.
Oh, wow. Right, we got How next. Young Guifei. She was placed into flat A, which I'm not super surprised. Yes, she again hits neutral most of the time, but she can basically guarantee her own super effective that still keeps her pretty relevant. You do need the enemy to move first, so her, unless you have like command codes, which you might have, honestly, you still have to face guard first, then for some burns, but after that, you should be getting some burns from her taunt, basically, and the combination of the third skill, applying some more. And her kit actually has a few lines to it. It's no longer like 2 lines only. Going to be a bit more modern now.
Well, they kind of buffed out the problems from her kit because her
like the taunt only being males was so weird. Now it taunts every. That was such a huge fix. Like I don't know what they were thinking.
And them increasing the stars, but then also the third skill buff where
she has an actual battery
from 3
now.
attacks, 3 turns to 3 turns.
Oh yeah, it was. I forgot. I only looked at the new lines, but they changed how because it used to only apply maximum 3 burns. Now it's just any amount of attacks in those 3 turns from the enemy.
Yeah, which makes
so that helps
better.
her burn uptime a lot. It should be 100% unless they're like debuff resistant or immune.
Yeah, basically you get it.
Okay, yeah.
So I like this a lot. We already talked about this last time though. This isn't like new. This year. So I believe.
Yeah, this was new last year.
I think she is one of the better single target foreigners.
Yeah.
not like there's a ton of them. Come to think of it, but like,
Yeah.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
it's just this one CQ Abby's farming, right? Like it's almost like kind of like that, you know. So
Yeah, she's way more
yeah,
consistent
she is
damage than
built for boss
Abigail
fights.
is. Yeah.
She is
I-
really built for boss fights because, like, in farming, you can't take advantage of her mechanics.
Yeah, because you ideally need the enemy to hit first, or then you need to face copy burn command codes, which is not reliable unless you
Which
do a
is
scuffed
not-
comp or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
So that's I think the negative part of her. Like if her NP applied burn before damage, like comma, then she would be like,
if they ever do
I
that,
think
like an
way
MP buff to
higher.
her, and it has that. Oh my god. Oh my.
Does she have an MP buff?
No,
already?
she doesn't actually.
No,
Yeah.
no. Okay,
Oh,
that's what they need to do.
Yeah, like
If they-
it could
no.
happen.
if-
Oh no.
If they buff that, they move the burn.
Because remember, the
first.
MP does do a burn, so they could swap it around with the order of operations.
If that comes, then
Because
she's
they
just
have done
arts,
that. They did it
comma,
with Kama. They
and,
did it
like-
with Baobanshi. Oh.
I will say burn is probably a lot less resistible than charm. That's
I mean,
that's
yeah, for
generally
sure.
how this game works. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Look, do that. We gotta nerf Kama. Also, I've been using Kawakami a lot, and I still take umbrage with her being lower than Kama.
Fair enough. I guess we'll have that discussion maybe next year again. I think she can stay in
I'll fight
A.
on that.
She's solid. Just solid.
Yeah, if she was better at farming, then
Yeah.
she'd be higher.
Or if she had a
But
crazy
that-
MP buff, she'd be like A plus or EX immediately, like that. We discussed.
Well, I mean, if she applied burn before, she'd be an EX because she would be the best single target on this list.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's fair.
All right. A tier. Still the same. Pretty good. Next is it Voyager or who is it Ruler?
It's a Voyager.
Okay.
And Voyager and then Abigail Summer.
Okay, good. Let's see here. Voyager. He was placed into B+. I don't think he had new buffs last year. He has seen a couple of buffs though, but I don't think either of them were new last year either. But
No.
he's this interesting thing that's like half support, half damage. Because he has a lot of party love, that's for sure, especially with the MP buff. And depending on who you pair him with, you can give a potential up to 40% gauge from his MP alone, which is pretty nuts. Like if you're pairing with like some supports have it too, like Rhinus, for instance, comes to mind because I'm a simp. There's a lot. I can show the list actually. There's a good chunk of these nowadays. Oh yeah, even Olga counts. That's true. So he's like this half
would
support,
say-
half damage one, but he's not terrible, honestly.
Yeah, his damage is not bad anymore since the MP upgrade. And it's like
I mean, he can use
decent-
beat.
Yeah, and he has this
Still, like-
anti-sky super effective. While it's not the
Yeah.
most common attribute, it does appear here and there though. So it's a pretty good one for a neutral damaging dealer to have because he has more coverage anyway.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
I'm not a fan of Voyager, but so I gotta try real hard to be objective here because I don't like this unit at all. Like his design infuriates me, pisses me off. Chodas piss me off. Anyway,
Jesus.
but
I mean, I don't know. He's fine. Does he stay where he is?
I would say so. Maybe someone could maybe even argue for A, but I think he's fine on B+.
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, because like he's not as far as like a foreigner goes. I think people are still more likely to go to Hokusai to use her. For
She's a bit
stuff
more
than him because, like,
straightforward, I guess. Yeah.
while he in like with certain team comps, paying attention to that living human thing, can do some interesting things. Unfortunately, a lot of living humans are in fact AoE damage dealers. And how often are you pairing AoE damage dealers together like that? I mean, I don't know if you'd ever use them with CL.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess he stays where he is, but
Yeah.
I just like to give him some credit because I don't think he's horrible.
No,
But,
not by any means, no. B plus is not a
I mean,
bad
not
rank.
bad.
Yeah. Sure, we'll keep him in there. Okay, so we're back to Abigail already, you say?
Abigail
Summer. We had her. Where's her page? There she is. She was in C plus next to Amakusa, sharing the lowest tier among the SSRs of rulers and foreigners. So while the OG version of her last year had that very nice glow up, I still think, unfortunately, Summer kind of has an identity crisis. As a damaging dealer, she's pretty underwhelming, but I guess she has like a lot of offensive buff support. She's like maybe like a 5-star Summer Carmilla in a way, if that makes sense.
I still hate her first skill. Like, it's still so bad. It's a 50%.
It's not great.
Down,
Well, it's a cool idea, but in practice, it's yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Nowadays, I will also say, like, as a buff removal support, a lot of times I will take like, well, obviously now with John Lackland as well, I'll probably take like Osakabe Hime over her a lot of times.
Wait, was this year also when we had Martha buff? Because she's also not bad for that. Depending on if you like going as a dragon or something, you can totally bring her.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it was this year when we got that, or for this year's lists.
Yeah, so it's I don't know. It's just not great. Not a great look, at least for her, because there are more options nowadays for a similar role. So I don't know. It's a little bit complicated.
I kind of wish she just had 100% battery. Like, I think they could do it. So she get MP for free to remove maybe buffs and do more defense down. Because the MP won't do a crazy damage anyway, let's be real. I feel like she could be a utility.
Or just buff for MP.
Or do that.
Buff for MP, add an anti-trait to it.
Add anti-terror again. Like, freaking now this time on the MP.
Just add anti-terror, yeah. You know what? Fine.
It wouldn't even be that broken because you can't really use it crazily in farming, and it would still make her irrelevant in like boss battles. Which you would bring buff removal for anyway, right? It would be like the best of two worlds. Like, it would make sense. That's where you want her.
Yeah. I think she stays where she is, honestly.
Where is she like on the?
It was C plus next to Amakusa. So I guess should we already discuss? Should both of them stay here, or does one of them maybe move? Do we just keep them there, both? I honestly want to say maybe she's even better than Amakusa. I don't know.
Yeah, but but at the same time, I feel like, in terms of having like instant buff removal, we have more options now. So I don't know. Because like I used to defend her quite a bit, but recently I've just been feeling like, even when I'm looking for a buff removal, like on a skill, I don't necessarily bring her, right? Because even if you think about someone like that you usually don't think about, like Kiara Alter Ego, she has a battery if you want to do, like, she has a 20 charge if you need that as well, like overcharge, 20 charge, and then I don't know, it's just not great. So I mean, it's either C plus or B, but
we can move Amakusa down to C and put her in C plus because
I was kind of thinking about that. I think she maybe is better, or more. Maybe okay. I would use maybe the term more usable. That's the term I would maybe use, yeah. Power levels aside, I would say she is more usable.
I personally do not mind, so yeah, sure.
Really just fighting for scraps at the bottom here, like,
it's half a tier. I'm just gonna do it, yeah, let's do it. All right, there we go. That's fine. So who's next?
That would be Himiko.
Who's the one after that?
Van Gogh.
Okay, so it's rule into foreigner. Alright, Himiko discussion time. She was placed into flat A. I've always been kind of a Himiko defender, but sadly, they just don't really like buffing her because she still has 0 buffs after all this time. I know a lot of people don't like her, but I do like her. I don't think she's amazing, though. I will say that.
What does she do? What does she even do?
I use her, but because I don't like burstiness, I like the consistency. Like I always bring her over Koyans in challenge because I know that's crazy. I know it is, but I like my Himiko a lot. I actually bring Himiko over Koyan every single time, but I know that's just me. Most people would bring Koyan or someone else. But I love this fact that she does
I'm
like
gonna
24 stars per
I'm
turn is
gonna-
great. It's nice.
I'm gonna bring up something here that's gonna might ruffle your feathers.
Mhm.
I'd rather take Logris as a support.
Well,
I mean,
I don't think it
Logris
ruffles
is
too
similar
much because she is so overtuned. I don't think it ruffles me
Logris
too
gives
much.
overcharge. Logris gives party attack up. Logris already has the attack up in the stars. And Logris gives you cooldown reduction. I'm just gonna say.
Oh, I get. Oh, dude.
you
I
know.
also. I guess nowadays we also have Liz of the End, huh?
Also,
Well-
Liz of the End
well,
exists. True.
Liz of the End is also like a very fast paced kind of like Koyan kind of deal.
I guess
where
she's more
I mean,
akin
she
to Koyan,
literally she literally self sacrifices after she throws out Arbos. But like we just have a lot of options.
They should buff Himiko's
And
MP. They should add more lines.
They should absolutely give her something. Yeah,
they don't
it's
have to like change the existing value. Well, I guess wait, they would have to buff the bus drop, right? Because it's the level based one. That's maybe a bit awkward. How would they
I mean,
go around
they
that?
could also
No,
give
that's
her
fine. Also,
They
add
could give her some party MP charge on her MP or something.
No.
you know?
Give
Oh
her
wait, they can add
2
another
turn
level
cooldown
based effect,
reduction.
right? Yeah.
Cooldown reduction? Why? I think Tamamo.
Yeah.
I mean, they both have mirrors on their support MPs.
They're traditionally very scared of that, but yeah, I mean, I guess that could happen. But it's just that she needs something.
I mean, her MP
Like,
is
she
not
needs-
crazy spammable. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah,
Like Tamamo actually
you
MPs
can-
better than she does.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, you can either. I mean, I guess giving her MP charge is also a Tamamo thing. So, but like it's you can either do this or you can maybe give her a better party battery. Like maybe her self 50 can also give other people 30, something like that.
Yeah, I guess
don't know.
I feel like that's a reason why she kind of doesn't feel great because she doesn't give gauge to allies at all. That's why a deal breaker for a lot of people, and I understand that honestly. I do understand it.
Yeah, and a lot of her stuff are like selfish, right? Like her second and third skills are exclusively selfish. Her third skill, even though I honestly don't think it's that big of a problem, it does steal stars, kind of, right? So it's
well, I usually play without star bombs. I just pop it turn 1 to get the battery so their MP is faster. But yeah, if you have star bombs, it does kind of screw you. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just she just needs something. Like I think she's a bit slow, and then for being slow, she doesn't give like that much value. Like
I don't think she's as slow as she might seem because she immediately will start produce a lot of stars starting from after the first turn, and then you can usually MP turn 2 or turn 1 already. So it depends, but she's definitely not the fastest either.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit maybe spoiled by like modern support power levels. They're just kind of like.
I mean, it's fair, yeah. I feel like as much as I simp, I feel like I can bring her down now.
Just half, yeah.
Probably put her in B
Sherlock
plus,
tier.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I'll bring her down. Okay. Someday they might buff her. Who knows? Would be cool. Would be cool.
They should. I think like support buffs.
She definitely could use one.
Yeah.
I think support buffs are some of the most interesting.
It doesn't even have
like,
to be a
buffs you can have in the
crazy
game.
buff. Just something that modernizes her a bit more.
Yeah, like and like with how they handled Qin Shi Huang, which I was pretty satisfied with. I have faith, if they ever actually think about her.
I think it is possible. Because again, she's also good at servant, and they do like those. Okay. Anyway, next up, foreigners' rights. We're going back to next up is Van Gogh. Oh, Van Gogh. That's a big one. Okay. Ooh, keyboard. Oh, there we go. She was placed into, wow, you guessed it, EX. Wow, shocking. I don't think she's EX plus, as we said some years ago, but I mean, she's top tier. I mean, come on, like, what the hell? It's
Van Gogh washed because of Tiamat.
Nah. She's still Van Gogh.
A little.
Well,
okay, but we can maybe say a little, but I wouldn't move her down from EX personally.
Yeah. But
As far as
but
foreigners go,
I'm still shocked they
just-
buffed her, by the way. Like, this was not needed. It's not a crazy buff, but it was not needed anyway.
It just shows how crazy Tiamat is more than anything, honestly, instead of her being bad or whatever.
No.
Well, the question is like, is she replaced by Tiamat? She's still her thing of like, you'd still probably use her with
in
foreigners.
many situations, she
Um,
does. I'm
Yeah.
not even sure about that anymore, though.
So,
Like,
but
I'm gonna be completely honest. The last time I used, okay, to be fair, I haven't been using Koyan Dark a bunch. The last time I used Koyan Dark with her was like maybe over a year. Like, I still use Koyan Dark, but like I'm just using like Liz of the Inn or whatever. I'm not even using the
okay,
existence
but hear
side,
me
the
out.
main thing anymore. It's just it's
Double Tiamat Van Gogh. And Van Gogh's your main.
Well, you will always be
Oh
crit capped at least, that's for sure. You will
Oh yeah,
have permanent crit cap.
I did see somebody suggest John Lackland with her, so she heals the full every turn with the MP like curse reversal.
Oh, yeah.
Reverse
Oh,
curse
That's kind of
technique,
cute,
I guess.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a fun idea, but yeah. I don't know.
see,
It's
the problem is Van Gogh is not any worse, and Van Gogh's usability has not gone down. The problem is that
It
Like, if
has,
anything,
where
she
before-
becomes more
where-
relevant as they release servants that work more with her. That's the thing.
no,
the problem is that before she was the only option for like a semi-spammable good crit buff, which, by the way, relied on her being NP5, because you know if it wasn't existence outside domain at NP1, it's only 50% crit. So like, you know, it is you know,
I would say you can make do even with
it-
MP2. That's already 75% is a lot as well. That's a lot.
yeah, but
I think I definitely feel this more in like the Minturn. I think like if we were rating her, I don't know. Look, because I'm also kind of tuned out at that point. But like I still do Minturn, but I'm not like the most hardcore. I feel like she definitely fell like a couple tiers in the Minturn community. She definitely fell like at
oh
least
yeah, well,
2
because
tiers.
she's not the universal crit buff
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
It-
She
that
definitely fell like
did
just
go to-
yeah.
Her niche is still her niche. Like if you're using a foreigner, you still
That's the
you know,
other
probably
thing,
are
though.
gonna use Van Gogh.
You hit crit cap so easy. Like Liz of
Yeah.
the End is what 70. Like it just ran out of nowhere. You're just like, oh, I guess I'm crit cap. So I don't know. It's
Because I mean, with Van Gogh, it still is technically like 80% attack up for your target, and then the crit damage. So like,
Yeah.
honestly, if you're using a foreigner, just pair her with Summer Tiamat. Summer Tiamat's big fault those Buster units. I find it kind of annoying to use Summer Tiamat with Buster units still, because like half her buffs are
obviously.
wasted. So like,
yeah. Like, well, when you're wasting like 80% card buffs, well, I mean, you're not completely wasting, you get gains, but like, yeah, it still doesn't feel great. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's annoying.
Yeah, I think the takeaway here is that while there are other options to provide like crazy crit buffs and whatnot, I don't think Van Gogh is gonna move anywhere. She's still like really good at her job. Like arguably still top tier at her job. So you do have more options now, but I don't think she's any less powerful as she has been all these years. Even before they gave her that quality of life buff, she's still there, in my opinion. I would not move her.
Yep.
But yeah, good talk though, regarding all the new stuff that is somewhat related to her. That's for sure. So who's next? Is it MIXA or is it Caren? It's probably Caren, isn't it?
no, yeah, it's Caren.
Okay.
It's Caren Mix and then Mixa.
Yeah. Caren time. She was placed into, I believe, flat A. She's pretty loaded considering she's not even all that modern now. Like her kit still has a lot of lines. And it does help that she got the MP buff as well, which made her pretty relevant again when it happened. Even her passives are pretty stacked. Like she is, she has a lot of solid lines on her kit. Farming wise, she is still honestly one of the better single core quick universal loopers. Not that it sounds all that amazing on paper, but she is still one of the better ones for the universal coverage. And on CQ, she's got several effects that can be desirable as well. A lot of gauge control. She has a taunt. She can protect stuff. She does the buff block, which can be cool. Like she's got a lot of stuff going for her. I think like she
buff
doesn't.
block is very nice.
Yeah, I don't think she's like amazing at any specific thing, but she's very usable in a lot of things. Like she feels pretty good and strong. That's how I always felt about
Yeah.
Caren after the MP buff mostly. It was a good buff. They added this anti-trait, which is great because again she was kind of struggling with some damage here and there, but this again because she's a universal damage deal being a ruler, having something like this is nice because there's a lot of chaotic servants in the game, so really giving her a lot more coverage. If the list ever wants to load, there it is. Yeah, there was a lot of chaotic, probably like close to 100, if not more than 100 at this point, probably more than 100. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is
More.
the strength of like anti-trade, right? You're like, okay, this is a solid servant, and even if I'm not using them normally, when I hit trade, then suddenly they're really, really good, right? So that I think like it sort of gives like characters something to do.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I think she just stays where she is. I don't think she moves up or down. Arguably with Summer Tiamat, she's doing better. Again, yeah, quick servant. What a quick slow servant, right?
She has the Summer Tiamat deck too. That's worth noting. She has the double R's, double quick.
Yeah, I don't know if Tiamat appreciates her stealing her charge, but it's probably fine.
Probably not. That's the unfortunate thing. Is there's 2 units with that, and I think that is what kind of drags those units down as far as like because like it makes her just harder to use in a team, right?
Are you thinking of Summer Melt as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Her and Summer Melt are the only ones that steal charge. And I was just going through because I wanted to see, 90 pluses to see if she showed up because I know it's not like ideal. It's not perfect, but like I know like App Media has like a listing where people submit what teams they're using for 90 pluses. And just like I just went through like 2026 and 2025 and she doesn't show up once.
I feel like she's more relevant for bosses now than farming because she's mostly ran a single core, and single core quick is it's a bit rough on high level farming.
See, this is so funny because if your Tiamat is like MP2 plus, this is probably whatever. But if she's MP1, this is so annoying.
It's absolutely
because you need the extra gauge. Yeah. I mean, honestly, in her farming comps, I still think like the Skadi comps, they require like her appends as well to steal more. In some case, like depending on the class you're going up against, you actually need to steal some.
It's genuinely infuriating when it's just like, oh, okay, so she's constantly at 90 MP. I guess I'll die. It's just, they gotta fix that. I mean, I do think this is a very annoying like.
They could quality of life this for sure. It doesn't have to be a big buff, just a quality of life buff.
Yeah. Does this proc first or Tiamat's end of turn charge proc first?
Is it based on your order of operation? I think it might be based on the order you press them on. I'm not sure actually.
Oh my god! You gotta actually be careful with that. That's so.
I'm not sure. It might be based on the effect as well. The effect might determine the order, but I want to say almost it's like based on
all effects of a certain type happen at a certain.
Okay, so it is based on the effect then, and not the order you place them on. I don't know which one procs first then.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't the harmful effects procking first, like burns and shit? Don't the harmful effects usually proc
harmful
first?
Effect?
A drain is a harmful effect.
Hold on. This is actually okay. No, this does not affect her ranking, but this is actually pretty important.
It's cool science, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you do that while I stare at these lists. All I'm gleaming from looking at all the 90 pluses is that people really like using Vogris and
wow, shocking
in pomps.
Who would have guessed?
And Tonal Ego shows up a lot. And Lohi shows up a lot.
Base?
What a shocker. Also, Lilith shows up a ton. As much as she hates Lilith,
I don't. What the fuck are you talking about?
We know you hate her secretly. Like deep
what
down,
what are you talking about?
Always seething and malding.
What are you talking about? Oh no!
You're getting gaslit.
Oh, the drain happens after.
Oh,
the drain. Well, okay.
Did you try the order of operations as well?
No, I haven't.
Okay, but it's probably based on the effect, yeah. Oh no.
Well, I used the drain skill first.
Oh, so if it happened after, then it does. Yeah, then it's guaranteed to be always the latter one. Yeah.
Ooh, big nerd.
Okay, quality of life buff when? Let's go.
Big nerf.
But yeah, good signs. Well, I think we'll keep her in A. Again, she's pretty loaded. She's not amazing. Loaded, but reasonable power level. There you go. Good MP buff though. Right. Is it time? MIXA, right? That's
now
what we
time
said.
for garbage.
Oh. All right, we got
If
the
there's one
welfare
servant in the game
Jeanne.
that offends me more than any other, it's MIXA being a piece of garbage.
She
Why
was
doesn't
placed
she have her,
into
like,
C tier. What was that?
Didn't she have a costume like the super idol? Whatever it's called?
No, Super
Yeah.
Idol. You know the song?
Oh, that's such an old meme. Oh,
you said Super Idol. That's the first thing in my mind. I even have it as a
That's
soundbite on my
funny.
TTS. It's funny. It's a good meme.
Yeah, look, where is this outfit in our like as far as like, huh? Where'd that go?
Yeah, this one. This
Oh,
one
yeah, let me
actually
see
they
what you
still
mean.
reference it on and
Oh
off.
yeah,
whenever
this
she
was like a
appears.
sprite in the event or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
I do wonder where it's.
It's a completely different
I don't know.
sprite too.
When I first started playing JP and Fate Grand Order in general, I was like, I'm gonna really invest in the MHX line, and it was this unit that made me go, you know what? Maybe that's a mistake, because she's so bad. She's so unbelievably garbage.
You know, I will give her one
hit-based
thing.
card type buff, anti-mechanical, which is the most niche of niches, and then like just an attack up on top of that, an MP with the gains of a potato.
Yeah,
like,
it refunds really badly.
That also then gets worse if you're doing a boss fight because your quick and buster, your quick buffs get eaten up in one turn, and then she just has nothing.
And
like,
also,
for
you
mechanical
ideally
work-
bring her against the Berserker, which is really bad for gains as well.
And like, what mechanical servants are you fighting?
Well, I was
So
about
for
to get to that.
mechanical,
I'm going to segue into this because, funnily enough, on my free-to-play, I have her, and I have used her a bit. And actually, very recently, she was... This is very rare use case. I got to Last Bell 3, and there's a lot of Shan Yu
it's a
fights in
Shan
there.
Yu.
And they're all AoE
Berserker
fights too, the harder
mechanical.
ones. She was actually good in that, but that's such a rare case. But against Shan Yu, she's good. Also, is he? I think he's evil as well, right? So she literally hits everything on him. Let me check the evil list. I'm pretty sure he's evil.
lawful balance. He is the opposite of evil.
Okay. But at least the mechanical is still very good. Is very good.
Mechanical Berserker, huh?
Yeah, it's Shan Yu is mechanical.
So like, but yeah, mechanical is such a niche trait because it is the Sakura 5,
Yeah, look at this.
Hakuno, the Liz's, or the Mecha
AI
Liz's
or
only.
robots, basically.
And
AI
then
or
robots, yeah.
Yeah, there
And
you go.
Typhon.
Yeah.
So Typhoon's a robot.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
dragon's a robot. She's not a robot, but yeah.
Yeah. Actually, funny enough, I just noticed it here. I'm like, wait a minute.
Okay, she has one amazing case. She hits everything on Lubu. He's evil and he's mechanical.
Oh, Lubu.
He's the
Yeah, she's
only,
gonna
and
destroy
it's the
Lubu.
perfect class advantage, the perfect alignment, the perfect trait. She is, okay, we figured it out. She's the ultimate Lubu destroyer. There you go. If you ever need, if there's ever the fattest Lubu on the enemy team, it doesn't matter if it's AoE MP, just bring her and then, there you go. MIXA has a use case. Woo!
We're going to get an event with Ronnie. Ronnie uses Lubu, right? In this phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is this character needs multiple buffs because, by the way, that crit damage is also it's like a one turn crit. It's a high number, but it's one turn. Like this character needs like at least like the first skill needs to be fixed first. Make that just 3 turns and give her something else. I don't know.
Make the evasion 2 hits 3 turns.
A battery, like one buff. Yeah, buff the evasion to 2 hit 3 turns, and then give her like a 30 or 50% battery, please.
Yeah, her having battery, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. Her gains are so bad, and the lack of battery is really apparent. Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing. They were like, it was just like, I'm like, oh, it's the time-honored tradition of every MHX has to suck when they first release them. But then they buff them, don't worry. And then they stopped buffing the other MHXs.
But isn't Summer at Jeanne or good though? That's not bad.
Like Summer MHX.
She's the exception because she's modern.
Is like good, actually quite good. But like that is like It was shocking that she was good. It is the thing
Mm.
because normally the MHX servants are released in a garbage state.
Yeah.
Anyway, where did we have her before?
She was
Because
in
I'm
C
upset.
next to Martha. She was barely above Santa Kids.
I hate Quetz more, so I'm fine.
Yeah, I think this
That's
is fine.
personal.
No, but I think gameplay wise, I think this is okay too. I think Kids you would almost never use. Edchan, basically the same, but sometimes. They're both kind of whatever. Or should we do the perfect split? Move Santa to D and then her to D.
You know what?
please?
Fine. Just move.
That could be
Santa Quetz to
interesting.
D and move her down. We just have a line.
Honestly, I think
The
as much as underwhelming as Summer Martha is, I think she has more use cases than Mixa. Maybe she should be
Go ahead
higher.
and do that.
I'll do it. Look at this. Look at this. We have like it's 2 Tetris and then some. Oh my god.
I'm gonna be honest. The order right now, I don't think it's gonna. Plushy, do you think the order is gonna change?
I mean, we'll see. For now, at least, it looks pretty cool. It might change after we cover everyone, but there you go. For now, we have a straight line.
I think Plushy died.
Oh, did he?
What?
Oh, he's here. Never
What?
mind.
No.
Oh, he's alive.
2.
Yeah, I'm alive. What's up?
Look at the
I thought you
line.
died.
Yeah,
The
it's
line.
funny.
Behold the line. All right, there you go. That's MIXA, I guess. Still better than Santa Kids. A little bit.
Now Da Vinci.
Who's the next one? Is it Da
Da
Vinci?
Vinci.
Okay. Let's see. We got Da Vinci Summer Lily. That's the name that I have. Where is she? There we go. She was placed into flat B, and this is actually kind of relevant because NA is having, well, the event is about to end in like a day or two, probably less than 2 days. We got the rerun of Summer 6 where she's from, so yay for NA, I guess. There's nothing inherently wrong with Da Vinci Summer, I think. She just doesn't do anything particularly well. She's got some support utility. She can be a DPS or 2. There is a bit of RNG with her MP, but most of the effects are... Actually, they're all good. It's just sometimes you prefer one or the other anyway, but... Like, she's the epitome of like an alright welfare, right? That's why she's just alright.
Yeah, honestly,
I remember when they first were showing her off, people thought maybe she could change her NP type.
Yeah.
That didn't
that
happen.
would have been cool. Honestly,
It wouldn't break
like,
her. It would be
now-
good quality of life, yeah.
Yeah, and then the MP type would change like what the MP does, right? Like that would be really cool. Honestly, I guess I do kind of like a Buster MP that can charge the party. That is nice, but you know they could also do like Buster MP is blue bullet. I know it doesn't make sense, but
They
for
just
example,
keep it
like,
Buster, but choose the bullet you chamber when you MP. I think that's it. That would be a cool
Yeah,
quality
It
of
is
life.
really a pain because
Yeah, just keep it Buster, because then otherwise they have to nerf her gains and change that and whatever. Like, just keep it Buster, but
yeah,
just let us choose the bullet she chambers into it.
yeah, it would have been really cool, but yeah, as of now, I don't think she changes where she's placed, but hey, NA just got her again. I
Yeah.
guess
Where was she?
Flat B.
Okay.
it's fine.
Like she's definitely just a better version of like Santa Knight, not Santa Knight, you know, Santa Altera.
Oh, he's not even close. Santa Altera is not good.
Yeah, no, it's like what if we took Santa Altera but actually made it usable?
Yeah.
Because like all of her stuff is targetable and it's not like crazy numbers, but it's decent all around.
Yeah.
Like I think she's very much more useful on like a new account
Mhm.
because she fills the thing is on a new account. She does for
Rulers
them
are
what
strong.
Helena
Yeah, rulers are
did.
good. She can be brought into any single target boss battle,
It's
really.
very useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then yeah, like you said, Helena like charger. Yeah,
She does
it's not
for new
bad.
accounts what Helena did, which is like kind of just universal, like little support there, but is also free and also gives better buffs.
Yeah.
But like, and then they're gonna add Flora to the evocation shop, and it'll be
Mm.
Oh yeah, once Flora gets added, it's over for everyone.
Yeah.
'Cause, like Flora is so much better.
They might not though, honestly, because she is in an event that's specifically gated after Part 2's finale. So maybe they want to make her exclusive. I hope.
Yeah,
not,
we don't know
but
how
they
they're
add
gonna
her to
tackle that
evocation.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, but if they do, I really hope they do. Man, what a.
So I guess based on
We'll
that,
talk about her
arguably
next
they
week,
could
yeah.
maybe add
But-
Hippolyta because it's not supposed to be after part 2 end, right?
Oh, Hippolyta, yeah, Hippolyta definitely can be added for sure. Like she has a bigger chance of being added than
Yeah.
Flora, in my opinion. Yeah.
I guess
But
we'll
yeah,
see in the
she's
future.
okay.
Yeah, we'll keep her in
she
B.
stays.
She's totally fine. Nothing
Keep the
crazy,
line
but not
going.
bad. Yeah, to keep the line. Who's next? Is it
The
Jacques?
next one after Da Vinci is Mole.
Yeah, it's Jacques.
Oh, she
Okay,
did get a buff.
this is a good one. Okay, so next up
Mole.
we have
Mole.
Jacques Foreigner. We got the release of the Saber this year, but Foreigner also got buffed. This is the only other buff, unless I missed something in this list, these gold rulers and foreigners.
This is the funniest buff. Because
Also, she was
they-
she was placed into B plus last year, and this was without the new buff. Okay.
So it's the funniest buff because they buffed, because like I remember last year they had buffed her third skill.
Yeah, it was. I
And,
hated this buff.
No, sorry, they buffed her.
Yeah, no. it
Third
is
was the old one.
skill.
Third was the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Yeah,
failed
skill.
on that one.
They made it so like, oh,
Basically.
you don't have to use curse command codes. Wow, thanks for the buff. That's amazing.
Yeah,
no.
but you still gotta attack before.
Yeah, it's still.
I
This
remember
was.
going, like,
I
this
hate
is
this buff
useless
so
and
much.
sucks and is bad.
And then
they're
everybody's like, oh, what
Alright, okay,
they should've
well,
done
I
the
guess
other
I
one.
guess I should just cover the new buff as is. Let's just do it. Okay, so yeah, previously the second skill 6 turn cooldown, she gets an invul for 1 turn, 30% battery, and then allies that are evil alignment besides her get invul for 1 hit 1 turn, and then with her first skill she also applies evil to allies besides her, so you can guarantee the invul basically. It's like a less protective invul than hers. Kinda underwhelming, but I mean still kind of an AoE invul though, in a way, so it was not terrible, but this is the one they buffed. So now after the buff, hey, on use, all enemies get a 500 curse on them for 3 turns. How about that? It's as if this should have been on the third skill buff, but then they make it better. They give her this clock buff for 2 times. At the end of the player's turn, she puts a curse on all enemies. Or rather start. She puts a curse on all enemies for 500 damage to all enemies. So now, this is clearly meant to be like the Band-Aid. Because I don't... Does this mean they thought this worked differently? Did they maybe mean to make the third skill activate before damage or something? Or with the MP rather? Because I don't know. Because
Well,
this
no,
is
but it
clearly
says
meant to be
normal
farming
attacking.
now. Because now she can farm. She can actually use curse before MP damage.
Here's my thing: is the effect of a reoccurring debuff that starts at the start of the turn. I think what happened is they made her first buff and then they made Kaza drop and they're like, oh, we can do this, and then they're like, let's just do this for her as well.
Like
Reoccurring
like
debuff
this
at the start
third
of the
skill
turn.
buff could have been good if they just removed the word normal there. If it's not only
Okay,
normal attacks, it would have been
that is also
good.
true.
They were
I
so
will
close.
be completely fair. I will be completely to be fair to them. I think when this was being when this buff came out, if they gave her the buff that she got this year, she would have been nuts.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's like Arjuna altar. Well, I mean that's what people like to say anyway. It's like universal 50p mod forever when you loot, right? So it would have been broken. I think nowadays it's just strong. It's not broken. But back in the day, it would have been broken. Like I feel like maybe they thought this was okay after seeing like Semiramis not.
Yeah, they start to realize they can
most
actually
broken
do that now.
Yeah, they're like, okay, that's actually not that crazy. So they're like, okay, maybe we can do it now.
Like it's strong, but it's not like broken strong.
Yeah, it's not broken strong at all. Her damage, really solid, but like look at it compared to like Voyager, like it's not that much better.
Yeah, it's not much
Really?
off.
Is it really like that Voyager one is not with anti-trade, right?
No, I don't think so.
Wow, see, so it's not even that crazy. It's 50p mod. It's just 50p mod.
I think his refund is a little bit worse, but his damage is still it fights.
Yeah, it's not even that like insane.
Yeah.
So damn, are we moving her up? I mean, this is a really
I would
big
move
buff.
her up. I don't think she should be in B.
Oh yeah, Voyager is an MP up. You're right. Voyager
Yeah.
is an MP upgrade.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, we can move her up.
She would be above Voyager. I think I would probably say that's fine. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's fine just because I still think if you want to like give your party evil, for some reason, she's still the best one because she has party charge as well,
Mhm.
and like some kind of defense. So like she has a little bit of support. So I can see her being a little bit more usable than Voyager. But as a pure DPS, honestly, I might even prefer Voyager. But we'll see.
Really?
Um,
Mm.
yeah, a higher MP level. Okay, that makes sense because MP upgrade. So yeah, okay, she's better than Voyager probably.
I think she's overall the better DPS because she will have 100% curse uptime, like always.
Yes. Yeah.
And then her cooldown on the 50% PMod is not even that bad. It's going to be up most of the time as well. I think she's a bit better now. I will move her to A.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, obviously debuff immune will be a problem for her. But, you know, we have a lot of high-rated servants that will get broken, like, you know, Kaba, for instance, would suffer heavily, and she's the best single target assassin anyway. So, yeah. If it happens, then they get worse, but a lot of times it doesn't happen as much as one might think. And farming is obviously not a problem either. Sometimes is when it's the servant at the end that might have debuff for us, but yeah. Oh well, I guess. Not much you can do about that. Alright. Yep, nice glow up though. That was the buff she needed. Unlike the other buff that was like, what are we doing? Release command codes. Oh, thanks. I hate it.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
I love like free command slots.
Is it Moriarty or Koyan Dark next? Is it Moriarty?
No, it's Koyan.
Oh,
Koyan,
okay.
then Moriarty.
Okay. Let's go. Koyan Dark.
What's his favorite?
True. She was placed
Nice.
into A+. I think she's been hovering around that for basically since release. Maybe she was
I
EX
don't
at one
use it that
point
much
too.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, bro. Look, as a pure DPS, I think at this point she has completely failed. Right? Like for as a pure DPS.
What'd you say about it?
She has just completely fallen out of like favor
Oh, yeah.
because like you would not want to DPS with this character. It's just I mean, and the looping's obviously really ugly because now she still can't use new plug, right? But like I just think in general as a DPS you would never pick her, right? Like you are exclusively going for her support ability. And I think it overlaps really badly with Olga Third Ascension. It overlaps really bad. Like it's so genuinely so bad.
Oof.
So and Noah, if you want to talk about animal trait buffers. So I really think she is like A at most.
I'm gonna be honest.
There's no way she's A+. There's
I
0%
have not
chance.
used her in more than a year. She is not.
I don't think I've brought her either, honestly.
Yeah, genuinely unusable right now. Not unusable, but kind of unusable. I'm not even joking, bro.
It's like she's meant to be like if you're not using her as a DPS, she's meant to be a support. The problem is the support she gives. Just I don't need it. There's a better option somewhere else.
Yeah, the numbers are just not good enough at this point, right? Like again, you know, if you want a 30 party charger with overcharge, Olga Third Ascension's way stronger than this. If you want an animal buffer, Noah's way stronger than this. If you want to bust her DPS, like the Olga again, obviously the Olga's like way up there, but you know, so many people are way stronger than it. This is just not strong enough. Like it's just not even close to being strong enough.
I'm kind of in the trade that I think she should definitely get buffed now too.
She definitely has to go. I already gave up. I'm just like, give me the summer one. I'm just this one's whatever. You know, you gotta cut your losses while you still can. I even argue you can put her in B. Yeah, maybe a bit rough.
I think it's A at most. There could be an argument for B+. I don't think that's even crazy.
I mean, look, if you want to make the funny.
I mean, like a lot of the times when we have moved servants down considerably, I'm just saying there have been some buffs. There has been buffs, you know.
Do the funny.
How funny would it be?
Because I was gonna say, like between her and Himiko, I'm probably more likely to take Himiko.
She's like worse than Hokusai and Abby.
Honestly, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it. How funny would it be if she actually just gets buffed this year?
Every Tamamo phase has just been horrible. There's just one left. Koyan Light's the only. She's not under Jacques. She is after her.
I would say with the new buff, I can kind of see it. Yeah.
But honestly,
Jacques as a DPS is going to be easier to use.
She's probably
Trust me.
under. Yeah, and again, the other thing with like what is it called? Existence outside the domain. I just don't think it's that strong anymore. Whenever I'm using her to Minturn nowadays, I'm still using the standard Buster support. So I'm using Liz of the End, I'm using Omi, I'm using Merlin because they're faster. And without that advantage, you really feel how bad she is just as a pure DPS. It's just borderline unusable. It's just ugh.
Yeah. But hey, again, we do want to see her buff, even though Blushy has given up. I mean, do it anyway. Just buff her. Come on. Let's get it. That'll be a sight to behold. Right. It's not Cuckoo, right? It's Moriarty.
It's Moriarty, yes.
Okay. Let's see. We got young Moriarty. He was placed into A+ last year. Was the buff nude last year? I think it may have been, or we were before that. The MP.
It might have been new last year, yeah.
Yeah, but it certainly was the glow up that he needed, though. He was A+ last year.
Massive damage.
Yeah.
Good damage, good looping.
Good anti-trait. And applying evil can be very useful too. Ramps up
very
well.
Useful to me.
Yeah. He can even pair nicely with Luvia, the aforementioned DPS.
Yeah, Luvia. Really funny when you're like, oh, I'm trying to make my Tonalico hit harder by applying evil with Moriarty, and then he just does like half the bar.
Yeah.
Like that was the thing.
People don't. He actually hits hard. A lot of people don't realize he hits really hard.
There was a fight in OC3 I was trying to use Tonalico for, and I'm like, I'm gonna make him evil, but I need Moriarty to be alive for a little bit. And so I'm like, I'm going to take my leveled version. And then I use Moriarty's NP and like the HP is just
They still died, yeah.
He already killed before the setup happened.
I'm like, he's not even wearing Black Grail and they're dead.
Yeah, he hits really hard. And obviously with I think that the biggest shine moment was Super Recollection Hakuna. Oh, is that what? Whatever. It's Super Recollection, one of the fights in OC3. It was really difficult unless you use Ruler Moriarty. Then it was actually insanely easy. So
that's the fight I'm talking about. Is like the normal version. Like you're like, oh, it could sometimes be a struggle, but then like you take the Moriarty and it's like, oh, never mind. Then, like, even the Super Recollection version, he was just like, hey, it's kind of free.
He was just wiping it. I remember, like, people just using, like, ungrilled version of Minturn. He literally just arch loops for, like, 5 turns and he wins.
The thing is, it's also so anti-evil. There's quite a few good anti-evil units.
Yeah, it's just Luvia also has class overlap, which is nice. I mean, not as nice as normal class overlap because usually it's neutral, but still, it's pretty nice if you're fighting like moon cancers and stuff. So it's just great. Yeah,
and his MP applying evil means that his first skill is minus 40 arch shred, which is pretty nuts.
Phantasmoon. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about Phantasmoon.
Oh, true. That is also a great.
Phantasmoon's anti-evil. Tonalico's anti-evil. Huyan's anti-evil. Miu is Miu Lancer is a stacking anti-evil.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so he has an insane passive, the fucking immunity one. There's a lot of good immunities there.
Oh yeah,
pretty chill.
Yeah, that's a good one. No charm, confusion, terror, and skill seal.
Yeah, he's always going to be using his skills.
Immunity is like. That's crazy.
Like Benny Enma has a passive that is just skill seal, and I was like, yeah, that's really good. But then this guy's like, hey, let's add 3 more.
No, I think as far as like DPS like rulers, isn't Moriarty the strongest still?
Might be actually.
Absolutely not Melusine.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get to that sooner than later. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing.
Do we want to move Moriarty up?
I think there is a conversation, but are we gonna do it though?
Moving other people down. No.
Yeah, maybe that is more likely to happen.
So This is why I brought up that I think that we should have moved everyone in A. Everyone
No,
A
again,
below
we'll
down
do
one
we'll
to
do them
create
all
a gap.
individually, and then we'll see
I
how
know, but
everything
now
works.
now there's a bunch of muddled mess in there. It becomes harder.
Don't worry, we'll sort it out
make the gap
in
earlier.
time. Yeah, in time. All right, I think we'll just leave him an A plus, probably for now at least. Yeah, he's very solid. So next up is it Skadi? It is, right?
After that is Skadi. Yes.
Yeah, that summer was before LB7. Okay. All right, Skadi Summer, still relevant, very much so. Yeah, I mean, Summer
Yeah.
Tiamat is our new Lord and Savior, I guess. But I mean, Summer Skadi is still probably the best iteration of Skadi. Like,
No,
she's
not for
still-
farming. No, in farming, Tiamat just doesn't function as well.
Yeah,
I guess that's true. Yeah,
I mean, it's a meta support.
like she's
not much to
she's still
say.
meta. Like it's been many years now, but
Yeah.
she is still like, if you like quick, you gotta have Summer Skadi. You just gotta.
The funny thing is just for I feel like for quick, if you need like secondary supports, that's where quick has just like a billion like stupidly strong options. And then
I
but like
mean-
you still Summer Scotty. The thing is that Summer Scotty is when you're doing a boss fight is like, because like if you're doing a boss fight, you're still probably going to take Castoria, and if you're doing a boss fight, you still might probably want Vitch. But I think if you're doing a boss fight, and you're using a quick unit, you're probably gonna bring Tiamat and Khazar drop instead of Summer Scotty. So she is
or
the
just
like
double Tiamat, but
Mm.
Khazar is.
I think Summer Scotty is very usable on bosses too. The only thing is, like, if you don't finish fast, it's gonna feel bad because her downtime is very noticeable.
I will
Yeah.
say, she is still like quick doesn't have like a 50. She's the 50 charger, right? Like, so if you need
Yeah.
you need the charge, you need the charge. That's just how it is.
Mhm.
Like, if you need the some units don't, some units do. If you need a charge, you need a charge. She's 50 charge, big damage. I mean, if you're doing a raid with a quick DPS, you're bringing her, right? It's just you just kind of
Yeah, 'cause
still
you don't
have to
wanna-
have her. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just kind of still need her. That's just how it is. Like, until another similar unit comes out, it has to be Summer Scotty.
I don't think they
Again, you
want
can
to
see-
because they keep releasing like quick-ish support units, but they're very careful not to give them 50% party charge.
yeah, Flora as well. But yeah, this is nice. I mean, she's still really good. I sometimes still use her with Buster, not that much anymore though, because we got so many options nowadays with Liz of the End, with whatever whatever random shit they're adding. So, but still really good. Yeah.
I could see maybe the world where someone would say plus. I want to keep her DX though. I want to keep her.
No,
DX,
there's
for sure.
no way.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no
I
way.
can't. I
No,
can't.
there's just no
Maybe if they keep this, adding crazy supports up, and there's a lot more competition. Maybe.
I mean, they're still
As of
adding
right
good
now, I can't do it.
quick loopers and stuff. So like,
I think she
it's
belongs
just-
there.
Yeah, there's no way she's not
Yeah.
it's in my opinion.
I don't think she's moving. Some others perhaps, but I don't think she's moving. Okay. Is it Kukulkan or EO? Okay. So we discussed Himiko, and now it's time for EO. Not that they're similar, besides being like kind of related in that way, but yeah, she was placed into B plus. Not a terrible well for by any means, and also I guess her deck got improved by Summer Tiamat as well. She's very good at anti-divine though. There's that. Besides that, she's kind of just whatever, generic damage. And then there was that one small patch where they decided to add a lot of moon cancers to farming nodes, where she actually was very relevant from several events. I don't think that's happened for a while, if I remember correctly.
No,
yeah. But when that was happening, she was really good at a lot of those. Yeah.
Yeah, her refund isn't great, and like back in the day, we didn't have a lot of we didn't have Ruler Moriarty, we didn't have Ruler Melusine either. We didn't have a lot of like powerful ruler, how do I put this?
DPS.
Yeah. And nowadays we also have like the Buster setups with Ruler Artoria. So I think like definitely she's not gonna feel as crazy. And also her refund's just kind of mid, and then she's sitting neutral all the time. I don't think she moves, but yeah, not the crazy like I remember when she first came up. We are like, oh my god, this is insane. But yeah,
I never
Mhm.
felt that. Like I felt that like she's solid, but like I never thought that she was insane.
It was
Like, she
mostly
had that
it was
one-
because she was amazing in those farm nodes. People like were like, "Oh my god, this is crazy."
yeah,
for
her own
welfare.
event had like a 1 million.
Yeah, her own event, she was
HP.
amazing, and I think it was maybe the next event or
Yeah.
the one after that immediately was
Yeah.
like another Moon Cancer where she was really amazing at.
Is like Ginaco or something. I don't
Yeah, I
remember.
think it was
Yeah,
Jeanne
'cause, like,
in one of them.
on
Yeah,
her event,
it's
was
Divine and Moon
this
Cancer. Yeah,
this is how they disguised her bad MP game. It's on her event in the 90 plus
The
plus.
2-wave.
It was a
It's
2-wave.
Yeah, it was
With
Ah,
a like
yeah,
no
that's
HP
true,
enemy
yeah.
and then BB on the second wave.
like,
yeah,
it
you
was
absolutely
like
did not need
because
to
she
lose
can't
those,
MP
right?
3 times in a row.
they should
normally.
do
Like,
more
you'd have to-
two-way farming. That was so comfy, dude. Oh my.
Yeah,
It
it's
was, but
Only
you
raids are
never
better than
know.
that with one wave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, was
Yeah,
that the
so-
very first 90 plus plus actually? Was it on her event? It was around that
no,
time at least.
90 plus plus was.
I don't
the
remember.
Was it a summer?
event.
It was a summer. Was it
yeah.
Summer Scotty?
It was a 1-1-1 summer event with Summer Scotty.
Yeah, it was the one
you're
previous
right,
to
with
this guy.
Enkidu. Yeah.
And that's when
the
you could
last
use
one.
Vlad as well. I remember that. I think.
So yeah, this was the first two 90 plus pluses. They had 1-1-1 and they had a 2-waver, and we thought, man, they're gonna do weird wave things.
I mean, they kind of did because the
2
two-wave was weird
is now-
too. Yeah.
Yeah, 90 plus plus has kind of stabilized into it's 3 waves, but it's random enemies, and 1 wave will have just stupid HP.
Nobody
usually the
farms
third
90
wave.
plus plus anymore, old man. We farming raids only.
For heaven's sake.
So-
No,
It's,
I do wish they had continued with like weird ones. Like I wish that like they did like a 90 plus plus that was just a single enemy with like break bars.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
that
should do
would have been cool. Yeah.
Like boss fights that you farm. Let's
Yeah,
go.
dude, you gotta make look when your game's like 99% farm. Look, I
Yeah, just at
used
least
to
make
hate
it so that it's
argument.
not like brain
but
dead,
at
you
this
know,
point,
automated
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
This is why I love grand raids. I genuinely love grand raids. Like the concept of it. It's really fun. It's like figuring out a little puzzle.
And because you're limited in
and then
options too.
Yeah, and then you're progressing through like as you unlock the grand scores, your team comp can change.
Mhm.
All right, so like I think especially relevant is against the Astraea one, where like you before the insta kill on the crit thing, you really needed someone with insta kill. Anyways, that's beyond the point.
Mhm.
But yeah, EO's probably B plus.
Yeah, I think she can probably stay there. Well, I could maybe even say she maybe be the same tier as Da Vinci, but I kind of want to keep the line.
Yeah, keep the line, bro.
Keep the line. Hold the line.
It's not that big.
Hold
I
the
want
line.
to keep the line. Unless something else changed, then we can maybe revisit that discussion. But for now, we'll keep the line, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Next up is Johanna? Kukulkan before Johanna, right?
No, it's Cuckoo.
Oh,
Cuckoo.
yeah, Kukulkan before Johanna, yeah.
Yeah, it's time for the slop servant. Let's just talk about this garbage.
All right, Kukulkan time. She was placed into EX. She's seen zero buffs, but yeah, I mean, she's pretty loaded. How
All
about
right, FGO hot takes. Are we moving her down to A plus?
that? I could
okay,
maybe see an argument, honestly.
I mean,
I think so,
okay.
actually, because like
Well,
I-
here's the thing, right? Like, I still think she's really strong against boss fights
Mhm.
because, like, the solemn defense on Invol, it has popped up so much more often than I thought it would. For example, this CQ where Gilgamesh gets like an Invol pierce and then full charge on the third bar, she can just ignore it. So, like,
Mm.
I still think she's really strong in the boss fight. With a Pen 5. Stacking her own steroids does insane damage, and she can use the new plug Black Grail system. But do we move her down to A plus?
Mm.
Just because,
I say we do.
just because
Because-
fuck you.
Here's the thing is,
I mean, we did move a full tier
Are-
down on Koyan Dark as well, for what it's worth.
are in
Oh, they're not close
with
at this
modern.
point. No, they're not even. they're
Okay.
not
Well,
even close.
even if we move her down, there would still be a full tier apart.
with like the way 90++ goes, are you actually taking her into your 90++s?
I don't think she's a farmer anymore. Well, that's.
I mean, her
false.
numbers are pretty
She can
good, but
be
again, I feel
used.
like you're not farming unless you have that good copy.
I think, but I think she's still so strong in boss fights.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
everything. It's
Yeah.
but if we move her down to A+, I think every other.
Yeah,
I
what would it
think
look
the
like?
I think the only EX would probably be Skadi and Van Gogh. I think everyone else would also
Probably,
have
if
to
that
go down.
happens,
Yes.
yeah.
Which is fine with me.
It's fine with me
Yeah.
too.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Kukulkan.
Down.
You're
Move
tired.
down.
I mean, honestly,
You know that
remember,
meme-
we did move our June altar to A+ as well. So this wouldn't be the first
Yeah.
time we've done
And she's
similar
like
stuff.
Arjuna Alter, but
no,
worse.
what? No, I think she's way more What do you mean she's
Okay,
like her?
I'm being inflammatory. Quiet, I'm
She's
trying to
way
get-
more flexible.
I'm
than
baiting
Arjuna
comments for
Alter.
engagement. I'm trying to help Myst engagement.
She's
Wow,
definitely
thank
better
you.
than Arjuna Alter. Yeah,
But they would
at
be in the
this
same
point,
tier
like-
if we move her down.
I mean, we're not considering that, but
Yeah. Just move her down. So decree it.
great.
She could be like a
great.
high A+ then or something, I guess. Because she's...
Oh, no.
This is a hard one, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh.
Don't worry, we can move, then we can move
no.
Wandjina down because Wandjina needs to go down.
Wandjina? Probably.
Alright, we'll start with it. It's not final. We'll put her next to Moriarty for now. We'll see.
Let's.
It's
go,
not final. It's not
bro.
final, but I did for now. Okay, we'll revisit on the final discussion. Okay. Wow.
Now,
we
after
will
that is
probably have to move her
Johanna,
back
who
Oh,
I
it's
do
Johanna
think
next.
also should move down.
All right. Before that, okay. Let's see. We got Johanna next. She was placed into A tier. That was with
Yeah,
her
do-
buff, right? This was definitely buffed.
Let's be honest. Is there ever a
Wait, she
situation
doesn't
where
have
you're
a
looking
buff.
at,
Wait, I thought she did.
are
She
you ever
appeared so
looking at your
often, by the
Really?
way. She was
team
in the
comp?
Strange
I thought I was like,
Fate
surely
Colan
she had an MP buff, right? She doesn't.
No, she didn't have any buffs.
What?
She appeared in the Strange Fate.
I was like
collab.
so sure she had an
appeared
MP
in-
buff.
appeared in
I just had a
OC3.
Mandela effect, bro.
OC4, I mean.
Oh my god.
I don't know, bro. I don't even know why this character exists.
She feels a bit
she
similar to
does
Caren, but like
nothing.
arts, but maybe not as loaded, I guess.
She has the like.
She has the buff
party
block,
20
too.
charge per turn,
And instead of
which
chaotic,
is,
she's
like,
anti-man.
I don't.
And I guess
have
anti-evil.
No idea. I have no idea how to put this character. I have not used this character for like 2 years, probably. I'm unironically.
You grail
I feel okay. I think she could
I
move
think
down
Gogh
because we
but-
move Himiko down as well.
Yeah. I don't know why she fucking exists. It's just like debuff immune is also like obsolete because of Tiamat. The party chart. I don't know. Why are you here? What are we?
Yeah, because
doing?
okay, her purpose was to give arts crit damage, but the problem is Tiamat gives the party arts crit damage so
You know
much.
what? You're what? Yeah. What are we doing with this character? Good.
She doesn't have a purpose anymore. Is the problem? Like,
What are we doing?
I guess her only purpose is like if you hit her anti-trace and she can do some DPS herself. Otherwise, you wouldn't probably bring her for support at all.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what?
Because she does have two
Yeah.
anti-trace as a ruler, so it's not the worst thing ever. And they can coexist as well, because one is alignment, one is attribute.
Yeah.
Where is she, like, on this damage list?
No
Oh, gosh.
identity. No identity character, man. Is like. I mean, famous.
I just want you to look at her BG damage versus Moriarty's BG damage. It's literally double.
No. Famously,
It's pretty
like
close to it, yeah.
famously, she is way lower than EO.
And-
Actually,
and just,
no.
Just look at Melusine,
See-
for example.
See,
And
this list.
Melusine beats her by like 50%.
No, this list doesn't show it. She loses to EO at MP5.
Oh.
No, it does show it. This is
She
calculated
loses
at MP5 on welfares, but yeah, she does lose.
No. I mean,
Oh, you mean when
Pope at
Johanna
MP5
is? Wait,
loses to- yes,
really?
Pope at MP5 loses
Wait,
to EO at
really?
MP5.
Is
No
that
trails.
true?
I'm not jo- It's true.
Oh,
It is true.
no.
It's genuinely true. Without
Oh,
trades,
no.
Pope at MP5 loses to
So
EO at
both
MP5.
tradeless EO would still win at both
Tradeless.
MP5.
Yes, EO beats her without
Oh,
grails,
no.
like at level 80 versus level 90.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
not fucking joking. This is
Is she going next to Jeanne?
Oh, is it
Yeah.
that bad? Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's that
Let's
bad.
do it.
I think she's worse than Koyan Dark
no.
for sure. Get out of
Oh
here.
no. I mean, a
Oh my,
welfare beats her when she's MP5. That's brutal.
Oh no.
That's
The
brutal,
Christians
bro.
taking L's there. Oh no.
Oh no.
Sorry. Catholics. I don't
Okay,
know,
okay. Well, there you go. Hey, buff her too, by the way. Zero buffs. There's a lot of buffs on for servants in these lists. Okay.
Yikes.
Wow.
Church
Oh,
is,
well. That's rough.
blasphemous.
Is
Blasphemous,
next
I guess.
one Summer or
Nocnaria.
Melusine? I guess it's not. Which one is it first? Is it Cnoc or Melusine?
Nocnaria is ID 389.
Okay, so we'll do that because they're the
398,
same
so-
event. Okay, let's see. We got Cnoc, Ria. There you go. That's how I spell the name. Yeah, we
you
got
gotta do the
Cnoc.
full name. You got to do the Yara and do.
Nah, I'm good. Anyway, she was.
You gotta do the
She was placed into A+. She is interesting. I do use her myself in light of like Breach Earth farming and whatnot, but my main problem, I still hate that you can resist her skill seal. I hate that you can resist it. So a lot of servants become inconsistent with her. You cannot use them on regular farming with a lot of servants. They cannot have resistance. Because if you whiff it, you don't get the gauge, you don't get the attack, you get nothing. It sucks.
And I think right now, skill cycling is very powerful because of a Pen 5, because of numerous cooldown reduction effects in the game. You are a lot of times using your skills again, at least twice, right? Because of a Pen 5. Like the third time, maybe not, but at least twice, I feel like. And the skill seal really fucks
Yeah,
with
that does
The
mess
skill
up with
seal
that,
is
yeah.
just like, oh, you're not using that anymore.
yeah,
Okay?
it's
It's annoying to work
I
with,
think
honestly.
that she should probably go down.
The line
Honestly,
might break. The
yeah.
line might actually break.
The line might break.
Well, here's the
yeah,
thing:
honestly.
is the line may break now, but since
Oh, I
everything
see
is
what
kind
you're
of, like,
saying.
separated,
Uh,
we can basically just rank them in order of goodness in the end because
See,
there's so few.
here's the thing, right? I still see her being used if you're trying to push like a burst damage, but like maybe you need like the final 2 turns or 3. Like if I don't know how to put it. Like if you've already refreshed your skills, you know you're not using your skills after this, then she's still strong. She's kind of like a soft Oberon. If you know what, it's a weird thing to say. If you know what
I know
It's
what
like,
you mean. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, okay, finally, I got nothing else. This is the last support I'm gonna throw onto my DPS. I'm gonna do a lot of damage, and I'm actually also gonna get a lot of defense, so I don't die, right? So it's still great in that sense, and especially as a welfare, I think it's very commendable. But man, like normally, you would never use her like immediately on wave 1. You just never do that. You just never do that because man, a skill seal is so detrimental, and also you basically can't use her, like you said, to resist. If you've already previously set up your DPS with Tiamat, she can't use her.
Oh, and that too. Yeah, I guess that's worth
Yeah,
noting.
Yeah,
if
it
you
just
already,
makes it impossible.
you can't even get rid of it if you want to. You can't even get rid of the debuff resist if you wanted to. So it kind of sucks, honestly. Like she almost feels like a Buster service. So I get it's fine because soft Oberon or whatever. But like she almost feels like a Buster support exclusively after you refresh your skills. I actually do like her a lot with Busters because like a lot of times you're doing like Koyan Light, right? You immediately get your skills back, and then you know you're not going to use it a third time, so you can just use Nocnaria. And she also gives defense, which Buster kind of not lack, but like has the least of at least right now. So
I think A looks better now.
yeah,
They'll just swap
Like she's
those
still nice
two.
to have, but she's a welfare. Like if this was a limited god, just I don't know, but she's free, so she has uses. She's nice to have. She can offer nice numbers. Just a lot of ifs in her kit. Like when she can actually be utilized properly, but when you can, it's pretty good. So there you go. Hey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also Liz of the Liz of the End is such a stupid welfare.
Another
Holy
welfare,
Yikes, man! What a stupid welfare. Anyways,
we just need to put Liz at the end on the SSR list because like.
I guess we'll see.
She's kind of crazy. I mean, I see so many people, which I really appreciate.
Look,
by the way. I see so many people put her up in
my
the
go-to
extras
for when I'm doing a challenge quest. She is the first thing I put on the support because it removes one of the most annoying things, and that is cycling out of support. she gives as much damage as any other Buster support, and then she leaves.
It
solves the main problem of trying to like cycle supports.
I'm not even joking. Currently, whenever I'm using a Buster DPS for challenge quests, not for farming, the two supports I use the absolute most is Liz of the End and Omi. I'm not even
that's true.
using
I mean, I
those
can see why you would
anymore.
say that kind of, yeah.
If you look
It's funny,
at
though.
the spreadsheet for the challenge quest, most Buster units are running Omi Liz of the End. If they're frontline only.
I will say the Minturn thing, because Omi spawn CE is really broken for Minturns, but like especially when they wipe which guild does, he wipes like your frontline, which is strong. But yeah, like Omi also fixed all of like MP gain. MP, like
any
if you
MP
double
gain
Omi,
issues are
you get
fixed.
40 MP at the end. Why are we doing Omi again? Anyways, whatever. But
she earned her EX on
point
that
is
assassin list. Yeah.
Is that the 4-star supports in boss fights are actually, that's a fun thing, good thing about Fate Grand Orders. The lower cost like supports sometimes are really good.
Yeah, we're getting a lot. Like,
anyway.
Again, like you mentioned, like Liz, we have Omi. She's permanent. She's not a Welfare preferring Flora. Yeah, like there's been an influx of really good low star supports.
They've been going nuts with these recently.
Yeah, I mean it's really good for the players though.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was good. Next up, the other summer unit from these lists on the save event. Yeah, Melusine Summer. Okay, so she was placed into EX, and I will be the first to admit that was maybe, if not my biggest, one of my biggest misplacements of last year. Because I'm pretty sure I was the one mostly pushing it. After using her more now, because I also have her on my free-to-play, again, I was misguided because, much like Caren, she is super loaded, but that doesn't mean she's amazing. Like, she is really good, but I don't think she's top tier. I don't think so. I've seen it now.
No.
Like, she's not top tier. Her damage is not as impressive as her Lancer version. I don't know. Like, she doesn't have... I mean... Like, she is loaded, but it's just... I think it's misleading, is what it is.
Yeah, just art slopping all over the place, man.
Yeah.
These loopers, I swear to God. She's still, again, solid, especially if you're fighting...
Like, yeah, she's not bad by any means, but yeah, I definitely overrated her last year.
Yikes.
I mean, I still use her sometimes for just, like, normal farming stuff, because it is the very simple, like, no thought,
but you can kind of do that with anyone though, because like I do have a setup every time when the servant upgrades come out, so I can immediately like loop it and post a video. I usually have like summer Ibuki, right? Like that's a convenient one. Like I sometimes, when I'm bond farming, I think I use Prelati or whatever. There's so many, like your Prelati has like such a similar thing, 80 charge, right? Like it's art slooper. It's the same thing. It's the same character again. So it's
just... if they buff her NP, then she's like really good. But
then she's probably arguably, depending on what they do, she might just be the better Moriarty at that point, which is really good.
Yeah.
She'll be really good.
She has two anti-traits. She has Earth and Chaotic, so she can hit two different things.
Yeah, if you buff her MP, she would out damage.
Oh yeah,
Moriarty probably.
Yeah. Summer Melusine though is just kind of overall kind of just like, I feel like they definitely held back because OG Melusine was so unique, and then they were like, for this one, let's just make her
honestly
normal.
Upsetting now that we've seen so many transformation servants, right? Like that they did not make the summer version also transform.
Yeah,
right?
Like why not? Why did she not transform?
I guess they wanted to do it with like Summer Barghest or something. Even that was a bit scuffed.
Yeah, and then like it's I don't know. Like with so many transforming servants, they definitely should have given her thing, which is transformation. She was the first one to do it with a skill that permanently switch forms. Which is, nowadays you can even switch back and forth like every new one.
They keep as more servants come out, transformation's starting to feel better and better.
Yeah, like it's not even transformation, but like
she can choose, right? Yeah, Shiki.
Shiki is just like a choice you toggle.
Yeah, you can choose not to change.
I mean,
it to
it's
Pralati
the same with
as well.
Pralati as well. You can use the skill and get the effects, but you don't have to swap between the two versions. You can stay as
so
is.
So like
Oh
in
yeah, she can move
hindsight,
down.
she definitely came
yeah.
out too early. I think if she came out like maybe a year
So the
later-
question is, which of the A's? Which of it? Is it even flat? Or is that too much?
Ooh.
Well,
It's a tough one.
she's better than Hokusai and like Caren for sure. Like
Yeah.
I'm probably better than Hooks at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I still put her in A plus. If you want more MP damage, you definitely go for Moriarty. But if you want more like you
She
have,
otherwise
like,
has way more in her kit than Moriarty though. But
yeah,
he
she
has
still
the
has, like,
higher
crit ramp
MP
up,
damage
attack
potential.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has like
I mean,
decent hard damage.
It is funny because I've always like not cared about it, but she does have that party damage cut for 3 turns, 1,000.
It's quite
Like-
a lot actually. Yeah.
But like, when does it ever? Like, it's like I
I
don't
mean,
know.
yeah,
I've
she
never
is
had
a
that
ruler herself. She's arts.
that's
So,
how I played that causes it never to come up. I'm sure that if you're like not me, you know,
She's still like a
it
low A
comes up.
plus. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fine.
they should buff her. Buff my favorite.
they honestly could. They probably could do it. Yeah. And if they do the MP buff, then oh my, that might be crazy.
They should buffer Pope Joan at the bottom.
She's
But
dying.
the thing is-
Dude, if
she
the
just
buffer
looks at
and
you like
Johanna
this.
doesn't have any, but that would be diabolical.
She just looks like, why am I here? What am I doing?
We'll go with that
She
for now
is
and
so
do the rest,
present
I think.
in like events still though. I feel like she appears like in the story.
I mean,
all
yeah,
the time.
they know a lot of
Does
players. She's a
nothing.
big. She has a lot of fans, so they like to push her a lot.
Yeah, they're just a horrible character. It's a gameplay.
Yeah. We'll go with that for now and again see how the rest around that we haven't talked about yet form. Okay.
Isn't Moriarty triple arts? He's probably better at critting. I don't know if you made a typo there, but that's actually an argument you can make because of Tiamat, because you probably want more arts cards. That's so funny.
Yeah, I assume
Oh my
he
God.
thought that Melusine. I mean, Melusine probably still is better at crits because she generates stars, she has crit stuffs and whatnot. Like she actually has
She
a
has rampant
kit.
crits.
Yeah, she has that.
And attack up, right?
But Moriarty's deck is not necessarily terrible for it anymore in this day and age. But
Yeah,
I think Melusine is
that
better
is-
at critting. Yeah.
That is the thing with Melusine. Is like she looks like she's built for farming. When you actually look at the kit, where it's like ramping crit and attack up, that's more for boss fights, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, who's next? Is it Uesugi or is it? Oh, it's Wandjina, and then it's Uesugi, right? Okay, then I can see the ending. I know the order. Okay. All right, Wandjina last year on NA. She was placed into A plus. I want to say she is still underrated, but I'm not sure if we still slightly overrated her or not. But she, again, pretty loaded. She's definitely very modern, and she can still kind of boost her own like power mod, unique power mod. So she's kind of in control of that too, which is always very nice to have. It makes it way less niche. Also, some like a utility like Invul Pierce is cool.
Do you think she's better than not Hokusai? Young Guifei.
That's an interesting. I guess they should be compared. They're both single target
Yeah.
foreigners. Yeah.
She might still be better than Young Guifei.
But would you say it's
honestly,
still like a plus
half
above?
of it.
Yeah.
well, so
Maybe
once
not. But I still
once
think she's
you
better than
at like full stacks for sure. Like Young Guifei is faster to get started, I think.
Well, I mean, but like Wandjina can do it on turn 1 though, because you can immediately get the stacks when you crit with her, right? Is that how it works?
Well, because at 5 stacks,
it's just
even
normal attacking.
power
You don't even
mod.
need to crit.
Oh yeah, true.
Right.
And it lasts for 5 turns. And with the pen 5, you're basically gonna have 100% uptime on her applying these.
Right,
Yeah,
that's what I mean by like from like turn 1 though.
And then she
I
literally
bet
does
she
the
would
same
be,
thing
like,
as
2
Young
stacks.
Guifei, where she applies them on taking hits as well. She doesn't have the taunt though, but again, she mostly applies them from like normal attacks anyway.
Yeah, here's the thing
Yeah.
with Young Guifei, because she still doesn't do the burn before damage. Yes, you can do command codes or whatever,
Mhm.
but I don't necessarily think Young Guifei is like really fat. It's like I would say
Also,
almost
worth
6,
noting,
depending on
these are not debuffs. These are buffs. So debuff immune does not stop her. These are buffs that you accumulate.
Yeah.
So it's a bit. I think buffs tend to be a bit better
than.
than debuffs. Yes, you can get like buff cleansed by the enemy, but I think overall buffs are better than debuffs in this case.
Yeah, I think she's slightly better than Young Guifei. Again, I don't know if it's
They could probably in the same tier though. Honestly, they could probably both be A, especially because we moved some EXs down.
yeah, that's fair.
I feel like we could probably move her to A. Maybe slightly better than Young Guifei, but I think they can be in the same tier. It's not that big of it. It's like mostly interchangeable, if anything.
Yeah.
Still underrated though. No one ever talks about her. But I think it's mostly because she came out after the most stacked summer ever, and there was something else though that was very popular around that time. People just either didn't care or couldn't roll for her. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean Summer Castoria being the best
Yeah.
single target.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't help. That the year was stacked for single target the DPSs that year.
Yeah.
There was also Draco, and it was someone we're gonna talk very soon as well. Like, there's a lot of single targets that year. Yeah. Anyway, Wandjina underrated still, not bad at all. So next up, it's Uesugi. Yeah, I guess it's right after in the conversation. So Uesugi Kenshin.
I want to interject.
So,
When we were talking, about how stacked, I'm like, yeah, you're Artoria Caster and Tone Lico, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, well, who was the anniversary servant that year? So I'm like racking my brain trying to remember. And I'm like, but in my mind, I had already counted Tone Lico's just summer unit.
They've been doing that for years.
I had to pull. I pulled up the list and I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh wait a minute. She was the anniversary servant.
Honestly, this is what a lot of people were not happy about. I'm neutral about this, but a lot.
Oh
of
yeah, I
people
should mention
really
before.
hate it.
She was placed into EX last year. I'm not sure if I was pushing it a bit as well, but yeah.
Here's the thing: is this list was shortly like Kenshin has one good showing, and that is OC3. Where in OC3, she makes things easier.
I mean, she's still pretty good as just a DPS. I think is Flare Olga man?
I think
she's pretty good at
she just
Grand Raven.
feels like she's like the 5-star version of Luvia, really. They instead of evil, she's just anti-man. Otherwise, they're very similar. She's just a bit more stacked because she's an SSR and more modern, yeah.
Yeah, she's easier to spam, but again, Luvia has the you can apply the thing.
Yeah.
And Invul Pierce a lot of times nowadays actually arguably better than, well, not better, but like sometimes
She
more
can crit a bit
useful
too,
than
which is
Invul
cool.
Purge.
She's not all MP spam, so she has some crit stuff too going on. Like she kind of has a complete kit, which is nice. She actually is not really lacking anything.
Yeah, she kind of needs to hit trade.
Yeah, her biggest problem was she came out, what was it, like 2 or 3 months after Summer Castoria. And then
Draco was the same year. It was the debate between those three so much. I mean, it was mostly a debate between Draco and Castoria, but she's also kind of in the same conversation regardless.
Well, I mean, her biggest problem is she looks like Gensai, man.
True.
Ouch, is that way around now?
She doesn't look that much like Gensai. Gensai looks different. Gensai looks superior. Gensai is the superior unit, fun fact.
Okay, bro.
I gotta stand up because I know how much you hate Gensai. And so
I don't hate Gensai.
I don't think anyone here hates Gensai.
You despise Gensai. You have a
hate
burning
Gensai,
hatred for Gensai.
Bro, Kagetora has been rocking this for like 8 years, and then some
but
rando
you
just
say they look
comes
the
in.
same, but like she has white hair with black highlights, and Kenshin has black hair with white highlights. It's very different.
Yes, the zebra. This zebra is.
It's like, hey, bro, let me copy your homework. Don't worry, I won't make it obvious.
Zebra with white stripes. Come on, man. Are we really?
The eyes look different. And Gensai is shorter.
Wow. Yep, there you go.
Gensai's eyes look softer.
Just use Second Ascension, honestly. She has the cool bike. I don't know what that third ascension is supposed to be. I'm gonna be completely honest.
I think this is actually this third ascension is Uesugi Kenshin. It's the God of War basically.
Read Guda.
Third is supposed to. She literally has a different personality in the third ascension. That's Bishamonten, yeah.
Yeah. Well. I mean, okay. I know what it is, but like I don't know what the canon like what the
I mean, it's some kind of epic Japanese lore manifested or whatever.
whenever somebody is like Takeuchi tends to over design Third Ascension, I bring her up. Just I don't hate her, but
I
it's
forgot
just,
how massive they are in this.
is this? What
They are
actually
huge.
is this,
Well-
brother? What what is this?
The tallest. That's why I like her second ascension more, because her first ascension is
Well,
too
I like the second
long.
because
Her
casual
third
clothes
ascension
are
is too
always the
tall.
best. Casual will always win
Casual
over
clothes are
everything else. So this,
I-
yeah.
This is Kagetora's original hairstyle, and she has a
Yeah.
bike, so you know it's pretty good.
That's funny, because speaking of casual clothing in games, like anytime in like Final Fantasy 14, I will eschew armor, and I will always dress my character in just casual clothing.
Yeah, as you
Anytime,
should.
because I don't need to look at armor. I want to play my little fashion game while I'm also doing my fight.
Also, I think the green
Casual
complements her
clothing is
color
superior.
palette really well on this. It looks nice. The green is great.
Yeah, green.
Yeah.
Yeah, rare color that they should probably use more. But yeah, she's
I think she's coming
She-
down, right? A plus.
oh yeah, she's definitely
Yeah.
not EX. Probably A plus. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
A plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still think like in terms of kit, she's more complete than the other two singles.
It is a
targets
complete
nowadays.
kit,
She has the
yeah.
biggest battery, biggest spam, full buff removal, anti-trade, just kind of has everything. Again, I'm no longer that adamant about comparing her to like Castoria or Draco. And sometimes I
Yeah.
feel like honestly, with so many extra classes nowadays, a lot of times she feels a lot more usable than Draco. It just depends on the situation, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
The debate's not that.
I mean, we'll have our
solid.
Draco discussion as well in 2 weeks, I believe, if we stay on schedule. So we'll see.
Yep.
That side too. But yeah, I mean, she's totally good. Actually, like, especially if you have a good copy, you can just throw her at anything, and you'll probably be happy. Like, it's fine. Just not necessarily top tier, because there's so many other ones, and so like Summer Castoria is like arguably the best single target DPS of all time, and she's so much overlapping with her, and it is what it is. But if she can absolutely still be really, really strong, so not bad at all. Okay. Right, we have Aoko next, right?
Is it actually
Yeah.
Aoko time?
True.
Oh, Aoko.
This is the latest NA servant. So let's talk about
Which
Aoko.
means it's been 2 years without a foreigner.
Well, no, there was one here. Is the one 4-star still? But
Oh wait, yeah, you're right.
Aoko was placed into A plus. She's like, again, super loaded, but I feel like sometimes she's a bit hard to use. But when she gets going, she has really good potential. She has all the utility you
Yeah.
could need. Damage can stack really high. Like, it's a lot of good effects.
Cooldown,
Yeah.
invul, really good.
There's some awkward.
survival,
What I still don't. What I really hate about her is that you can't really use her skills until you more, because the cooldowns don't reset. They stay.
You can use the first skill.
I get
and
yeah.
then
The first
more.
you can. The first you definitely can, because it's like no cooldown at all basically. But I don't. I think they were so. If she was released like a year later, I think she would have been less awkward. Slightly less awkward. And also, she doesn't have the extra attack thing that Olga has, right?
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, where it doesn't. Split
Yeah,
if
it doesn't get
everyone was already-
penalized. They did it smarter.
Why?
Because
doesn't
this
she have
is such a tragedy that they did the penalizing for Aoko.
Actually, what? Yeah, why didn't they fix that?
Yeah. Well, they should have at least like the quality of life buff for her when they released Olga afterwards. Like, come on, if Olga gets it, why doesn't Aoko get it?
That really doesn't feel like
I think it's because she was the first one to have it, the AOE extra, right? It's probably has to be because of that.
Yeah, but like what I mean by it is like it shouldn't even be a part of the skill description. You know what I mean? Like it should just be how AOE attacks.
Yeah, like it's
work,
you're right,
period.
because it's a thing that is defined by the skill. It's not a thing defined by the
Yes.
AOE extra.
Yeah, you're just changing
It's weird,
how AOE
yeah.
attacks work in general.
They
You
both
should've just
of the
done
servants
that.
should have like their extra attack is now AOE, and they should function the same thing.
Yes, they should function the same.
Does
Same.
Phantasmoons go to single target damage when against one person?
No, but Phantasmoons also Phantasmoons is also a toggle. Like it's not permanently AOE.
Oh, yeah,
it's
because
only
you-
AOE when
yeah,
use a skill. Yeah, it's a toggle. So maybe they should have done that as well. But like it's a less of an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the whole thing with Aoko is just, you know, she needs to use an MP to get into the broken form. Like if her
I mean, once
transformation
she
was
gets
on a skill,
going,
then
it's-
she'd be EX. But that's just that's
Like she's
gonna
not super
happen. They're not
fast,
gonna
but
do it.
she is strong when she is going. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to
Like,
Super Aoko, it's just kind of insta win. I don't think you can lose with Aoko as DPS after you
Mhm.
go Super.
is that yeah? If you're not caring about like going as fast as possible and you're willing to take the turn, it is just extremely strong to just do that.
She's not A plus, but see, this is different. Like it, like she is like A plus the EXCQ, like E for farming, right? Like she's just
Oh yeah,
not
farming
E
is
for
is ugly. It
yeah,
is
she
ugly.
just can't farm basically.
Yeah.
And like you can't go fast. I'm always fascinated by like min turns that can use Aoko. For example, this one where they had to kill the first bar with one AoE Buster card. It's
Mhm.
just it's fascinating when they do that, right? Like it's an interesting character. I wouldn't have it any other way, but
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
you
know.
say one AoE bus card, but it's also that is with a frontline only. There's only it's Summer Tiamat and freaking Ruler Artoria is the party comp.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, no? Because there's no Buster buffs.
Yeah, there's no
Funny.
buster buffs. It's just her nuking that first bar with a single buster card. So like
Yeah. No,
it
that's what I mean.
can work.
Mm.
Like,
Also,
Like,
while it does sound boring, don't you think she should have a battery on default?
Yes, no,
Like
this
that's
is
kind of weird that she
okay.
doesn't have it.
This is genuinely kind of insane
Uh.
because I'm pretty sure,
Like not even
well,
a
okay,
30,
there's
let
a-
alone 50. Just zero straight up battery.
there's only two like characters that morph with their MPs.
Yeah, they
And,
gave
like,
it to Jekyll as well, who was a lost
Yeah.
cause.
Yeah, her 100 battery maybe should have swapped like the pre and post transformation effect of skill 2 maybe should have swapped.
Yeah, because like it would still be fair because again she would lose it on the super form, but because the point is you really want to get to the super form, and then you can fire off your support skills and batters because chances are they have damage buffs anyway, so the longevity is better used on the actual damaging form,
Yeah.
right? So it would be way better like that.
They really tested Olga with this character, like
Mhm.
like what kind of power level they're. So well, they still fucked it up in my opinion because Olga's just stupid, broken, but it's just I guess it's more of a testament to like how careful they have to be because Olga is, spoiler alert, in my opinion, it's fucking crazy. I mean, I don't even think
Mhm.
everybody agrees, but
not me.
yeah, you don't think she's like one of the most?
I don't
broken
like
characters
using
in the game.
every time I try to use Olga, I'm just like I just want to use a different unit. Like I understand she's strong, but like I never feel like she's doing exactly because like I feel like for form 1 it has some things, but then I want some things from form 2 from her other two stages, and I just get annoyed at the different.
Yeah, but like, dude, I get fucking Brave Shaver. Anyways, that's a discussion for another day.
Mhm.
But Super Aoko, I think it's the hardest character to rate on this list.
Yeah, she's
because
I mean
depending on what
she's the most unique one of them.
Yeah, depending on what you like to do with a character, she can either feel completely worthless or honestly still really solid.
I would maybe
So-
I would maybe even move her to A, honestly.
I think that's fair.
Because I mean
Well,
her
here's the
potential
thing.
is really good,
I-
but I don't know because we're moving others down as well.
I mean, here's the
I
thing: as a CQ only servant, like I think she's stronger than Qin Shi Huang, for example. You know, like it's a. I know that's not a good comparison, but like if we're really docking points for her not being able to farm, I don't know. I think she's still.
Yeah.
I mean, it's A plus or A. I can see it.
I think we
Okay.
leave her where it is, and then when adjustments later, I'm gonna bring up something, and we'll go from there.
Okay, yeah, I'll also bring up something when adjustment
Okay, well,
happens.
okay, we'll leave it for now, but I might be pushing more for A later. We'll see. But you can do your thing when we get there, I guess. Okay,
Okay.
let's see. Last old servant next on the block. We got MHXXA Summer, or let me just write MHXXA because I've been using the shorthands all these lists. Yeah, last 4-star, last old servant. She was placed into flat A last year. She was,
It's
I guess, the latest servant.
MHXXA, not MHXA.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god, this is so complicated. There we go. Goddamn. Thank you for the correction. Okay, there we go.
But
now
it's
it's
not
correct.
MIXXA,
Yeah.
like some people say. Wow, too many acronyms.
Anyway, she's pretty good. She feels modern. That's great. Her kit has a lot to like there for sure. She has her anti-traits as well that can overlap all of them, even if you have the absolute best case scenario. Granted, you do have to go against ruler at that point. But yeah, it's interesting. She has this 200% anti-ruler super effective. It's a really rare class to fight, but I mean, she will be really good against like every ruler just because of that. You don't even have to hit her lawful or good, but chances are they have one of those or both anyway. Because it's 200%. That's a lot. It's,
Yeah,
I
I
believe-
guess 3 buster cards. Nice.
Yeah,
Like,
full red.
It effectively is class advantage, is what it does. Does
Yeah.
it make it show up as class advantage on the icon thing or no?
No, it
No.
does not. No.
I mean, this
but
is
like,
the. I mean,
but 200% is mathematically when you do the math, it is
Yeah,
the
it's
exact
2.0x,
same as getting
yeah.
class advantage.
Mhm.
it's well. I mean, it's the exact same as MHX. MHXA. MHXX. I fucking the other one.
Yeah.
The non-alter one. The summer.
Yeah, just
it's
XX,
also
no
100%
OG
against
XX.
the Saber. Yeah, the one against
The one we
Saber is
talked
also
about
just
earlier.
classic.
Yeah.
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 So this is just that, but like with a like better kit.
But like her skill set is so much better. 2 times
Oh,
return
yeah.
bone.
Like,
Return
unlike
attack.
XX, who had like nothing in her skills, she has stuff in her skills. That's nice.
Like, and then she does have that interesting battery. It starts at 20%, but then it technically starts at 30 because it's 20% plus 10% for every enemy on the field, so it starts at
Yeah.
30. But it can
And
go
also,
up to
you know what's
basically
funny?
80.
This is a better version of the Yang Guifei battery because Yang has a similar thing, but unlike this is based on the number of enemies. She actually hers is based on the number of ticks she drains. So if you use it on turn 1, you don't get any bonus gauge. Etchan can use it on turn 1 and still get the bonus gauge. So it's just a more modern, like better quality of life version of that battery.
I do think MHXXA is a little underrated because I don't think a lot of people paid attention to her because she came out at the same time as CL
And Dubai as well was in the event.
and BB Dubai, and I think she gets overshadowed a little, but she is actually like
Well, it's still not as bad
Like,
as
pretty good.
Tlaloc Summer from the same event, right?
okay. Well, Tlaloc Summer actually sucks though. Like
Yeah.
that's an actual bad
Okay,
unit.
fair enough.
Like,
Damn, Otto's not here to
One of-
defend her honor. That's
one of them is-
unfortunate.
Well, luckily it's
Look,
not
I
her
don't know
list
she's
this
bad, he's
week
just-
anyway.
yeah, he's just coping. Oh yeah. Also, yeah, her MP charges refunds 20%, so she gets MP gain up, and then she has refund.
Oh
like
yeah,
the
there's a
normal
flat refund.
Artorias.
Mhm.
Yeah, she does the Artoria
Oh,
thing.
who-
So like, I think she's
Completely
good.
unrelated. But who said Tlaloc was an industry plan? Was it Klidge?
I think so.
He
Wait,
said,
what did
like,
he say?
There's no. He said like Tlaloc's popularity was like artificially boosted, and she feels like an industry plant where they just trying to push her for no reason.
I mean,
and
she
then
is really
why
popular.
did-
I've noticed that. I've actually noticed that she is very popular.
It's like,
She's
why
an
did
industry
they give
plant.
her? Why did they give her a summer form right after she came out? Nobody
It
else
wasn't
has said
right
she
after.
would.
It was over a year later, but still, I guess I can kind of see why he would
No
say
one was
that.
asking for
Like,
that.
it wasn't the same
Actually,
year,
no.
though. If it was the same year,
People
I'd
were
agree.
I think people might have asked for it, but they were asking for it because original Tlaloc is kind of mid, and they wanted a better version. And then they
They just
released
reprinted the
garbage
same
version.
one under a different class.
It's so bad. She's so bad. Anyway, that's a conversation for next week
Yeah,
or something.
the
like that.
original one was actually used more because of the guts removal. It actually happened
'cause the
twice
guts
already. It's so
removal.
funny. It's so stupid, but it actually happened like twice already, I think, which is where it became relevant.
Anyway, we can
Anyway.
move MHXXA up to the MP
Do you think
spot,
we
'cause
should
she's-
fix the line?
Yeah.
Maybe she probably could be
Yeah.
A plus. Honestly, she probably could be.
Sure.
I
You
think
know,
she's- Yeah, because this is
I
essentially
mean,
just a list of the
We just
order
swapped
of
the
them,
Summer
so we
4
might as
stars.
well.
I mean, I still like Cnoc. But what? Yeah, Cnoc is a bit.
I think
annoying, so-
MHXXA is.
Let's
better.
do it. Let's fix the
Oh,
line.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's
Fix the line.
Fix the line,
There
dude.
you go.
There you go. I mean, it's not. I don't even feel bad about it because she actually is pretty loaded.
Yeah, we're
I
not
don't-
doing it purely just to fix the line. Like there's definitely an
Yeah.
argument for it.
Like, I can see them being
I'm
swapped around
shocked
this
more-
time.
I'm shocked more people don't use her though. Like I've seen her like online, like on Twitter, of course. Japanese Twitter users, I see her come up every once in a while.
You mean
But, like, I
Mao, the only fucking person who uses her?
No, I see other people.
Because he's the MHX fan, XA fan. Oh, never mind.
I've seen other MHX XAs come up. Like, what are you talking about?
I've not seen a lot of people like drool over her, which is kind of crazy. No, I thought people would kind of go crazy for a tanned Echan, but whatever. I guess people are not crazy about her anymore.
Look, give me a free.
I think it's
20
just
Grails,
overshadowed.
120 or
Yeah.
here's the thing though, she's a character I would like. I think actually would be good to Grail. But the problem is I'm always in a extreme deficit of Grails.
Dude, you want to grail like 200 people, Rio? I don't know how it happens.
Look, the thing is, I just finished my 21st 120. I have
Yeah,
21
and then
120s on my
it's gonna
JP
come out
account.
next month, and you're like, oh, never mind, it's over, bro.
Yeah, look, if they do that, I'm gonna be so mad because like I
You're gonna be so happy because you kind of
I was holding Grails because I'm like I grailed Logros to 100. I'm like I'm just gonna hold not 120 right away. And then we were doing the raids came out and I was like capping experience. I'm like whatever, they're not gonna release Violet anytime soon.
Lewis.
So I'm gonna spend my Grails and I 120'd her. But watch, they're gonna do it. It's gonna be like the next event.
I
Because
mean, they probably will
once again-
do it at some point, yeah.
In the strange fake event, they're once again making fun of the Sakura 5. Every other event, they talk about Violet and they make fun of her.
See, I'm holding Grails just because I still think Summer Koyan will come out. The moment she is not out, I'm 120ing Omi, because she's a 110.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Anyways, not related. But
All right. Anyway,
Here
I was
are
Summer
nonsense.
finally, new servant. Yo.
So yeah, that's all the previously existing servants now placed, and we only have one new servant, and this is funny because I believe she came out very soon after we finished the rulers last year, and I was like, people were like, maybe it was like a week after or something. It was like really close, I think, and people were like, oh, are you gonna talk about Metatron? Oh, she missed it. On hindsight, I'm happy that we missed her because in the last year, for both Foreigner and Ruler, we would have had 0 new servants if we did cover her as well. So I'm of course talking about Metatron, Jeanne. I'm just gonna write Metatron. The best Jeanne, by the way, and if you disagree, you're wrong, because she has gamer feet, and you can't beat gamer feet. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Jalters, leave right now, because you're not gonna want to listen to this. Okay. I am fighting anyone who disagrees, by the way. You're welcome to show up at my door.
Look,
I will probably
her
lose to
second
half of you,
ascension
but I'll
is the
try
best.
anyway. Yeah, it
Her
is.
second ascension is the best, but not because of the feet.
Well, it's best because of
it's
everything. But yeah,
else.
yes. She's got her freaking RPG throw and fucking monitor, and
She
shit,
also
like,
just
it's
looks
crazy.
annoyed to see you there.
Yeah,
It's
true.
like,
Their
fine.
face is great. It really is. All right, let's get to a full kit coverage. The one new server we have. We got Metatron, Jeanne, AoE Buster, DPS Zed, who could actually support a bit too, but kind of selfish a lot of times. 11.9k attack actually puts her well above the average for 5-star ruler, so she's got that going for her. She's double Buster, double Arts on her deck, with her MP gain being very solid. Both of the Arts cards are very good on refund, and even the Quick is good, so yeah, her gains are pretty nice. Everything up here for a ruler, looking pretty good. And the skills, we got first skill on a 7-turn cooldown. She herself gets 100% buff removal resistance for 3 turns, debuff immune for 3 times 3 turns, evasion for 3 hits 3 turns, and then a 50% battery. Yeah, talk about a defensive package right there. That's quite a bit. It's a bit unfortunate that the battery is here though, but luckily the second skill will help with the cooldown anyway. But yeah, it would be cool if it was full defensive, I think. But at least they all have longevity, so it's not as awkward as you might think. Yeah, second skill. This is an interesting one. 8-turn cooldown, but first line, full party -1 cooldowns. That's pretty cool. Just casually put that in there. That's the reason why her cooldowns are high as well, I'm pretty sure. She gets 15 stars per turn for 3 turns and 15 stars on use of the skill. So she can do a bit of star generation too, why not? Third skill on a 6-turn cooldown, effectively 5, I guess. She gets 30% attack for 3 turns, 50% crit for 3 turns, and ignores Invul for 3 turns. So there's her DPS skill as well. Not bad on the numbers. It's just like the ult she has for skills in terms of like raw damage though. But I guess when you think about it, it still is a complete kit. We got utility, we got defense, we got batteries, we got damage. Is all there. Could it have 1 or 2 more lines somewhere? Maybe. But it is a complete kit, I want to say, which is pretty cool. Now, passives. She's got her own unique version of the Archer passive, so she gets 12% crit damage, which is nice, but hey, now also 200 damage cut. Not a whole lot, but can help a little bit in mitigating some damage when you're taking face card hits. Gets 5 stars per turn and 5% gauge per turn. That's pretty good. It's like the Merlin passive or the Brillia passive, but even better because you have stars as well. She's got Divinity, so the flat damage sucks, but hey, again, another unique version. She gets 8% MP damage permanently. Very nice. Always nice to have. And then another unique passive. She gets 30% mental debuff resistance for 30%. And then, this is funny, she has minus 50% sleep debuff resistance. So she's, I guess, super susceptible to falling asleep, which not really a problem. It's just kind of funny. It's like a lore thing. Good passives, honestly. I want to say these are definitely better than most SSRs. She's anti-ruler on her append, which is kind of funny. Not super relevant, but you know, you can bring her rulers if you want, I guess. Just not a very common enemy class to fight. Then the MP. She, first of all, gets power mods for both against good and evil alignments for 1 turn. Now, this is interesting, because normally when we have these, they tend to be on the 2 separate sides of the alignment tree. These are, or 2 different sides. These are on 2 of the same sides. So normally, unless you're Arjuna Alter, I don't think anyone else can have good and evil at the same time, unless you do like a ruler Moriarty or something where you apply it. So most of the time, you will just be hitting one of these. But granted, they are both 50% each, so it's something. Does damage to enemies. Also, she gets 20% MP damage before damage on overcharge base, scaling up to 40. So it's not ramp, but it's a decent chunk. Also heals the party for 2k after the MP and charges everyone, including herself, for 10%. So a bit of refund as well on her Buster MP. I think on paper, she feels like, or seems really good, but I don't think she actually is amazing, though. That's the thing.
She is a very watered down Logris. Like if you really look
yeah,
at it, right?
there's the AoE cooldowns or whatever, but yeah, like I can see what
MP charges
saying,
the party, the MP heals the party, right? And she's AoE buster. She wants to do a little bit of support,
yeah,
and she wants to do a little bit of DPS. She feels like a very watered down version of Logris, which I mean, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I honestly that's just my main point, and it's just not great. She can use the new plug black rail system, I believe, and then like it's but yeah, I don't know. I just think they definitely could have gone a little bit crazier, because you know, remember during that chapter what we got, right? We got okay, King Ahsoka's kind of okay, but then we got Lilith, who is very simple, but she does 2 trillion damage, and then we got Paladin Mash as the AoE buster. I think Paladin Mash especially made her look, because like obviously they don't overlap in a lot of roles, I'm gonna be completely honest, but like Paladin Mash being released as a accessible AoE buster that is also supposed to do a little bit of support, that is accessible to everyone, and the fact that she's Mash, just kind of like people just didn't really care about this character, despite being Jeanne, drawn by the APOC artist, no less. So like really exciting design wise. I don't know.
Yeah, Jeanne
definitely could have made
the
her
heal
a
also
stronger.
completely messes with like she really could benefit from using Liz at the end, but then she heals on the MP.
Oh well,
No.
yeah, I guess, but yeah, it's just I just feel like it's not enough, right? Like you have cooldown reduction, but you don't have charge, and you don't have party buffs. So your party support is just the MP's heal. And
yeah, I feel like she doesn't have enough support. She can. She's good for her own stuff, but she doesn't have enough for the party.
So like if that third skill was party wide.
Oh my. Hey, we could have something
like attack and crits.
Well, okay, well, yeah, that'd be pretty nuts. Honestly, you can even get you can argue to make her the Invulpir support. Like, yeah, we have Calamity Jane, but like, what,
I mean, Sherlock gives
want
them
Calamity
both of them on
forever?
his MP. Why not give half of them on a skill for Metatron?
Yeah, and then she would have probably still been better.
It would
'cause
basically be
Olga's
a mini
Invulpir's
Sherlock
on the
MP,
first
because
one.
you have attack instead of defense down, you have the crit damage like Sherlock does, and instead of both Invulpirs and ignore defense, you just have Invulpirs. I think that would be fair.
She's very carried by having very nice sprite work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's so nice.
Is like I really really like her ascension too. Like I like Jeanne. I have a Grail Jeanne, on NA, and I was really ready to Grail this one, and then I used her, and I'm like, I don't know, she kind of I'm like, I like her, and like, yeah, if I had infinite Grails, I would do it. I would spend the resources, or like not even infinite, but just like.
I mean, this is the reason why I'm a John simp now. I didn't really care about John before, but now, yeah, okay, it's this one.
Here's the thing: if you grilled her, you would have had less competition in your min turns because like Logris gets sniped every like first frame. Actually, does she? Actually, I don't know. Logris is not as popular in min turns for some reason. I don't think. Anyways. Doesn't matter.
But like,
yeah.
Here's the thing. I in fact have her at MP5. But
you can grill her if you want. Yeah.
Like and I've tried using her, but like, man, she just doesn't like.
Her design's great with the. I like the Archangel one as well. Like I know most people talk about this one because it's very. But like this is a very pretty ascension, right?
Yeah, they're all good. I agree.
Yeah, she has really good ascensions, right? I really like the whole angel aesthetic.
Yeah, but remember, Ascension 3 is also feeding into Nasu's giantess fetish again.
She does sit on you after turning massive, so that's like,
I want that is very to sit on me.
Like, oh my god, that is the most obvious like artists or authors barely disguised fetish. Like, oh my god.
No, second ascension is still like I think as far as like sprite designs go, like top 5 like designs in the game.
But yeah, unfortunately,
my gamer chair.
Gameplay wise, unfortunately, not great.
Not great. Not bad.
I would maybe say like B plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I don't even think she's necessarily better than Koyan Dark. Maybe a little bit better. I think as a main DPS, she's better than Koyan Dark for sure.
Unless you're going anti-Earth, but yeah.
Yeah, but like probably not even like high B plus, and Koyan Dark's like low.
Yeah, high B plus ish.
Whatever.
All right, so I'm gonna hide the discussing now because with that we have completed the initial discussions of every single golden ruler and foreigner that exists as of right now. And now we're gonna take an arbitrary amount of time to see if we wanna move anyone up or down or keep them, and then at some point I'm just gonna lock it in and pack it up for 2026 for these classes. Do we start with 4 stars or do we just keep the line? Because again, we were doing these
4 stars is fine.
Like, we can maybe keep the line.
Like, we've literally ranked them in the order we think they are. There's only like.
I mean, in this case, it actually is kind of a ranking as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a direct ranking.
Yeah.
So I think I'm.
The only time you get a line. Probably.
There's so few of them.
Yeah, there's not many 4-star rulers and foreigners. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Honestly, let's just keep the line.
Stars.
Yeah, now we're going to talk about this. This is what we're going to talk about, the 5 stars.
Okay,
so you were going to do a thing. What were you going to do a thing?
What I want to say is, I think that we should create a gap between A and A plus, because I think some of the people in A plus, there's a gap there, and I think some of the people in A, there's a gap there. So I think that because, like, in my opinion, I think things like Ruler Artoria, Melusine, Wandjina, in A, like those 3, for example, kind of are closer together, but like Wandjina shouldn't be with the rest of the A plus. I don't think Melusine and Ruler Artoria should be with the rest of the A's. So I'm like, I think that there needs to be like a gap there, like, to slot those into, because I think there is a difference there.
That's fair. That's fair. The one thing I want to say is probably Cuckoo should be back to EX. I don't know.
No,
Well, then we don't
no.
need a gap, I think. I feel like her being an A plus is the reason we need the gap.
Yeah, no, she doesn't need to be an EX. Like
But
the
she's
gap
so good,
fixes this.
though. She's
No,
still
she's
so
not.
good. What do you mean she's not? Dude, she's still so good. Like her damage is her MP damage is still crazy in the challenge quest because you can. Stack
I am
with her
honestly
so
more
good.
tempted to move her back up.
I still
Yeah,
think the
like-
gap should exist.
Now that I thought
it.
about, I think I want to move her back up.
No, I think that once you do the gap and you look at it, you'll be fine.
No, but I think it's better if there is no gap and we move her back up and then settle the others under her.
No, I can see a gap, but
no, but I really
no.
do think that there needs to be like there's a problem between A plus and A.
Sure.
Where like
No, I think the gap
really
should
do think-
exist. I think even with the gap, she's probably EX. Honestly.
Okay, I'm at least
I
gonna
think-
move her back to EX. Okay, let's see now.
for now.
So
Alright, okay.
The
how
problem, I
much
said,
would we
still
would have to
exists,
move quite
so-
a bit stuff down, huh?
Well, no, you're just moving everyone in A and below down one.
I mean that's a lot though. That's most of them.
Well, yeah,
Right,
it
but
doesn't matter.
this
though,
this
because
isn't
they're
making
just
them
relatively-
worse. This is just in
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
ranking, separating, and giving more details.
Because I do think maybe like
Moving them down one doesn't suddenly make them do less damage. It just
Hmm.
means we're more granular in our descriptions.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I do think A is probably two tiers within A. And A, I don't know.
I'm just
Because
I'm not
because-
worried about I'm okay with the idea of the A plus at A being in 3 tiers. I'm just kind of worried that some of the ones below A are gonna look too bad.
Who cares if they look bad? They are bad.
Does it make 'em look bad?
Ooh.
Like,
I kinda does. It
I'm
kinda
sorry,
does.
they are bad. The Koyan Dark is bad, for example. Like she's fucking.
So
she's
you
out
think
there.
she should be in B?
Yeah, I mean, first of all,
I feel like we already
people are gonna
moved
look
her
at
down
it.
a full tier. Ooh.
I mean, like, first of all, people are more gonna.
I think
like,
Koyan Dark on B is gonna diabolical. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, people are not gonna see her in B. People are gonna see her on the same tier as Metatron, Sherlock. Like, that's what more people.
But at the same time, I
what more
also
so
feel like
people-
Metatron shouldn't be in B.
I see people going time for A minus. Just like
I mean, if you make a gap tier, then maybe you can move Metatron up. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah. There's a
yeah, like because like if we remove like so here's the thing like in A rank, like I think like there's arguments for Wandjina and what's her name Mole, like and Ho how for heaven's sakes.
Star Rail, shout out.
Wrong game. Wrong game. How getting like bumped up, but they're not A plus, but they're
Sorry, I'm back. I mean, it's
Yep.
her list.
But
I'm
the-
not pressure or anything, but
yeah.
sorry, I'm just gonna. It's whatever. But yeah, I think
If you're fine with this, that's fine. I just
I would okay. I might not do a gap, but I would maybe still move stuff. Like I would move Aoko today.
Ooh.
no. Aoko's not on. Aoko's better than those other ones.
All of those. This is actually kind of tough. Huh.
Oh man. Cuckoo's EX, bro. What do you mean?
No, she's not. You're. Do you use Cuckoo ever? Ask yourself this.
Why would I use her?
Exactly.
I have 120 fucking.
Yeah, but the
Actually,
thing
you
is,
know
I feel like you could make the same argument for like Van Gogh, for instance. Like you don't necessarily need to use her. Like I don't
Okay,
think just because
but,
you
like,
don't use her doesn't mean she
here's the
isn't
thing.
really really good. It's just one of those that like only meta supports are the ones that you will all be oh yeah you're always using them. But anyone else that's
You're
like
not-
not like a DPS in their EX. I mean, not everyone is gonna use them like ever, honestly. But I feel like her power level is
Cuckoo-
still that good.
Cuckoo to be useful has to use double Vitch, and you have to be
No.
single core. Yes.
No. Why does she need double Vitch? Her cooldowns are like 5. Like
Is she double casting your skills otherwise?
most challenge quests I see her doing, she's single Vitch. That's the thing.
Oh, challenge quest. I'm saying farming.
Okay, who doesn't fucking use double Vitch or like double Omi? Like, what's the difference with that? Who doesn't use double Vitch?
I don't.
Oh, you mean like multi-core?
Yeah.
I
She's
mean-
not good into multi-core.
So?
Yeah, but they don't have to be good at everything to be top tier. If they excel amazingly at one role at least, then they can be considered top tier.
I just think she's too strong in challenge. Like her MP damage.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think she's loaded.
I don't think so.
She's so
but
loaded.
whatever. Plus,
I think
she's
she's
given up
loaded
on
with high
glazing
damage
Koyan,
numbers,
So
that's
now
the
he wants
thing.
to glaze Cuckoo.
No, I mean there is just a fundamental difference, right? Like I mean, if you don't care about hitting damage thresholds and whatever, but there is just something about her that she's able to push that damage without having, event bonus Cs or whatever, right? And she's also, again, the solid defense actually was more relevant than I thought it would be on the third skill, or even not even just on the third skill, because remember it converts all invul effects.
Yeah.
So like it is more relevant than I thought it would be. That passive actually kind of relevant nowadays because there's so many invul pierce in boss fights.
Mhm.
Right? So many.
All right, you can have your overrated slop. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, again, depends on. She is a DPS. DPS are always hard to rate, but like I just think she's like broken.
Is it weird that I almost like the way this looks right now?
I'm not even like
I kind of like the way this looks, even though maybe some people want to see some gaps or whatever.
I'm like very over the whole like cuckoo Koyan meme thing at this point because like I'm barely doing min turns nowadays, right? And whenever it happens, I use like other DPS. I did use Koyan this time, but like a lot of times I'm just using like Olga or Typhon or whatever. So like I don't necessarily think I don't have that whole like, oh my god, Cuckoo's so broken thing anymore, but I think objectively compared to everyone else, I still think she's slightly higher.
Mm-mm.
Like you can maybe argue she's like a high A plus, but at that point, I might even argue Van Gogh's a high A plus. I really because like I think Summer.
I could maybe see that, but I really don't want to because she's so bad. I don't want to move her down, even if I could probably see her. I just don't want to move her down from there.
Yeah, because like
maybe
if
in future years, but I'm not ready to do it yet.
If you're talking about character being ruined, I genuinely think Summer Tiyama kind of ruined her.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's fair.
She came out like a single time. The last time I used Koyan Dark in a min turn, I used Tiamat over Van Gogh.
I've used
with
Van Gogh, but like
it's kind of crazy, no? It's just like I know it's not like this is why I hate Summer Tiyama. Man. I fucking
well, the one thing I'm maybe considering, I'm still thinking about Aoko because I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the gap. I don't think I want to, but I'm thinking of Aoko.
I don't think Aoko should move. Like I think Aoko's good.
I can probably see both A's anyway.
If you want to go into like your farm slop cuckoo trash, then Aoko spending a turn to transform to become the best AoE DPS in the game is fine.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think. I think.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep her. I'll keep her.
She's a better DPS than Cuckoo, bar none. Like,
no,
you just got to spend a turn to. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Doesn't Cuckoo have way better uptime though?
No, for min turns, no.
Uptime
For winning the
permanent,
fight, yes. For winning the fight, Aoko's better, yes. But like for min turns, no, bro. I'm pushing damage. I'm pushing damage, and you're pushing more damage. I'm just saying. But well, for fast.
Honestly, I'm even. I can't believe I'm saying this like me of all people. I'm thinking maybe I'm moving Himiko to B.
That's fair.
You can move Himiko to B. If you're sitting there staring at that, you're like, ah.
Yeah.
I'm more and more upset about her not getting a buff ever.
We're just having an argument, and then like Himiko just catches a stray.
Yeah, because I'm looking at everything right now, and I'm thinking I'm like, do I want to move or anything?
We're gonna start talking about.
I can't believe I'm actually doing it. I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm actually doing it. Oh no!
Himiko should go to C plus instead.
No, that C is too. I will do this.
Like 10 minutes from now, he's like, I think Himiko should go in D.
She should get a buff though. Like honestly,
Himiko should get a buff. Actually,
yeah. True.
Give her a buff that gives cooldown reduction.
Aoko Castoria
you
Summer
may
Tiamat is so busted.
Himiko's better than Johanna. Do you think there's a world where we move Johanna to Z plus?
Sure, I really don't care. I think she's so
It's either
bad.
that or
really
maybe
She's
move
so
Himiko
bad.
back to B plus.
I
no,
genuinely
you
don't
move
care
her to
about
C+.
Johanna. You can move her to C, but I do not fucking care. I like her.
Johanna
By the way,
is the Summer Abigail of rulers.
I
You're
like
right.
her, but holy, she is just. No,
I like how
no
savage.
reason.
You know what? Let's do it. There's a lot of movement.
She-
Let's do it. Let's do
she
it.
is genuinely
Let's do it. I
so
can't believe
bad.
she has 0 buffs. By the way, I just can't believe it.
Genuinely so bad. Also,
Okay.
the Aoko Castoria Summer Tiamat will be broken. See, here's the problem with that, right? Castoria Summer Tiamat and your mom is broken in Challenge Quest, right? Like it's just. It's unfortunate, but whatever. That's
Shout out
just
to
life.
your moms.
Oh.
This has so far been like the best the movement discussion we've had.
Or like my grandma, whatever, right? Like, it's the same. It doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't. But yes, Aoko, I think people.
You know what that
underrate her.
reminds me of? This is so funny. Like, wait, you play CS, right? Plus, you play CS. I don't know if you
Yeah.
follow the esports. You probably don't, but I follow the esports. It's really good.
No,
I recently, I think it was the last tournament. Like Astralis did really badly, and then Hokusai, their in-game leader, he had an interview. He was like literally so depressed, and then the interview was like, how do you feel about last game? He's like, oh, I think we could been beaten by my dead grandma. Like he was so savage. I was like, my guy was having a meltdown, but he was on. They've been really bad, but it was so funny. Like he said, they would have lost to his dead grandma.
Look, see,
remind me of that.
I have been one of the most like religious watchers of CS last year.
Oh my dude, the
And then
esports is so good. Oh, you gotta
And
get
then
back
I
on
fucking
it.
stopped watching
Oh.
because of Vitality.
I mean, okay, I will admit it's boring that the one team, we have the
What's the
greatest team of
point?
all time
What's
right
the
now.
point?
I agree. But it's still fun to watch because like the interviews are great, the players are great, the banter is great. They yell at each other. They always have arenas where they see each other. It's good. It's good.
I follow FaZe, at least. They didn't they actually did pretty well.
Oh,
after
there's a
cutting
big
Caren.
meltdown happening with Carrigan leaving and not. Oh no, it's bad.
Yeah,
Oh no.
We
FaZe-
should lock this in now before any further
True.
damage is done.
True.
By the way.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I might lock this in. I might
Yeah,
just
lock it in.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid.
Okay,
anything
for
further
what
will
it's
only
worth,
be
I
for
did
me.
consider the idea of the gap between A's, but I can't do it. I think this is fine too. I'm gonna lock it in.
Yeah, because I fear that if you guys did it, you guys would actually ruin my thoughts instead.
Probably.
And so I'm gonna go.
Probably. All right, I'm
like,
locking
we're-
it in. Let's go.
Oh my god, we're gonna have a gap here, and then like we're just
Yeah,
No,
but
actually,
it's
we
gonna
need to
be.
go down
It would be
to
so much more
2+.
discussion. About it. I'm happy with this. There's a lot of movement, regardless, though. Even though there was only like 2 buffs and 1 new servant, we still had a lot of movement. So I doubt anyone's gonna be complaining about lack of movement because there definitely was probably the most movement compared to amount of changes to any of the lists so far. So there you go, big drama. Woo.
Part of it is like, what do you end up using? Because like a unit that may, appear when they first come out, like this is going to be used a ton.
Yeah,
then
they're
as
always
time
more.
goes
They're
on, you're
always
like,
the content
this
tends to be
actually doesn't
centered
get
like
used.
so that new units tend to be better in that. Especially obviously their own event is the gimme. If they're an event, then obviously they're amazing there. But then usually a lot of the content that comes out afterwards tends to be favored to a lot of the new servants anyway. So there is always that like hype, the overrating, I don't know what you want to call it, that when a new servant comes out, they definitely look better usually. I mean, there is the opposite too. Sometimes we don't necessarily see how good a servant is, but I feel like most of the time it's the opposite, where it is like a servant gets maybe a bit overrated because they tend to be really good at the content at the time of around their launch, not just their launch event or story or whatever, but around that time.
Yeah, nowadays people are way better because I mean it's been 10 years, right? People are very good at reading what a kid is supposed to achieve. Like after a servant comes out, within like
you usually get a good grasp of like just reading through everything. There might be some like synergies or whatever you might not immediately spot, but usually if you've done this for as long as we have, you usually get a good idea of how much potential a servant has, how strong they will be, and etc. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will say,
like
like,
you glance a bit at the MP damage raw, and you kind of just know how the servant's gonna be. That's just
some synergies that like kind of end up shocking though is like I didn't expect Omi to like be as useful.
Yeah, I think I was
So,
when
like,
I was covering her too. I was very hyped because I was like, "Yo, this is a 4-star. That's pretty low." But I didn't realize she was gonna be that big. Like, I'm pretty sure I never realized she could have been that big.
Like,
I did praise her a lot
Oh, she big, all right.
though. Yeah. Okay.
like it's just more useful because like when it comes down to it, like the main problem with Vitch is that she has only Buster up, and just like having that split, stuff.
Yeah, it's the Summer Tiamat thing all over again.
Yeah, it's like 30 attack, 50 crit, 30 arts Buster, and there are still, but like Buster servants they can have good gains, but like I just think 40 flat recharge at the end of each turn is so much MP. It's so much MP. It's so easy to spam with Omi if you run 2 of them.
Yeah.
So. In the challenge quest, I've just found it for like Buster units. It's just really easy to slap a K scope on her and have her NP second and like fully recharge, and then
do you have her Bonsi?
What does it do again?
I haven't.
Is it some damage aura?
It's a 30% attack up when she dies.
Oh, it's one of those. Oh.
This is the new like the Minturn community's new like cope or whatever. Like people are just like, oh, so now you just run Buster DPS, double Omi Bonsi. That's it. You always do. Like they're trying to like one trick every single challenge quest with just this setup forever.
Fair enough.
Which is really funny. As long as they wipe your front line, it's well, so much attack.
So it's kind of funny because like I was doing the challenge quest with on JP, and I was doing a like trying to get Gensai to do like frontline only, and what I ended up doing is none of the 5-star supports. It was Omi and Liz of the End, because like at some point I'm like, I just got to be able to like tank an MP, and it's like 30,000 HP with Omi's NP. After Omi's NP is done, it's like I can tank these attacks now.
That's actually kind of crazy that you tank, but yeah, it's a lot of HP. Yeah, at MP5, it's so much.
Yeah,
HP.
at MP5, it's 10,000 HP.
Yeah,
so if you have
chill.
a 120 and you're
it's like Enkidu's third skill.
You're now at like 30,000 HP. 30,000 HP is a lot.
They really give you a lot of charge. Like sometimes like older Buster DPSs, they have trouble spamming MPs because they don't have big batteries, like Koyan Dark, for example, right? And then for those cases, Omi and Liz of the End helps a lot.
Dude, I feel so old when you called her an older Buster DPS. I'm so fucking old, bro.
Unfortunate, yeah. But
I know what you're saying, but just hearing it is like it kind of hurts me.
Yeah.
Omi also giving invincibility is just like
buffer more resist invincible. That's a good
buffer more resist invincibility. Like really?
Yeah, it's for a permanent force. That is pretty crazy.
Honestly, like it only really is just like 5-star support level on a.
Yeah, but even better because she's cheaper in the party as well.
Yeah, cheaper in the party. Like I outside of farming, and even in farming, I don't know. She's just far more useful.
Also, I like that this intro outro segment for this ended up being a glazing of a 4-star assassin. Shout out.
Yui wished would have happened. By the way, Omi is what we thought Yui would be.
I mean, for a while she was Giga used for what it's worth, at least.
It's actually kind of crazy because like before she actually came out, I was like, "There's no way they're gonna add Omi," because like, who even is this? Like, I know people.
Honestly,
love her,
most people don't even know her that, but they're just like, "Oh, dude, big booba snake lady, really hot. We really like her."
Yeah, like who even?
Which is fair,
you know. I'm glad they made her a support, honestly, because
it's
it was just another.
Because now you get to see her more. Wow.
Yeah, she's very prevalent on the support list, like the 2 most common assassins. It's just Koyan Light, obviously, and then her.
Yeah.
Very, very, very nice. Anyways, yeah.
All right, I guess that was a bonus glazing of Omi after the lock-in, but yeah, there you go. That's good. Honestly, good because this list actually ended up being a bit longer than I thought. But hey, content, yay! Good discussion at least. Hopefully, lengthy discussion. Can't fault for that. But yeah, that'll wrap up Extra Part 1. Next week is Extra Part 2, and I believe the classes should be Avenger and Pretender. There should be more new stuff on that front. In fact, the latest Servant actually will make an appearance there for once. So while you don't really see the other Strange Fake Servants this year, you will see one of them. I'm gonna flash the lists again. There's the 4 stars. We made a cool line. It's like 2 long Tetris blocks or something. Yay, it's cool. We once ranked them like that. Interesting. And then there's the 5-star one. Quite a lot of movement, not gonna lie. So be gentle in the comments. Surely it can't be as bad as the Berserker tier list, though. I still have nightmares about reading that comment section, but hey,
see,
it is what it is.
You don't have to worry because Cuckoo's student.
True. There probably would have been a lot more nasty comments if she wasn't. But at least this time I agree.
I'm trying to get
Archie,
engagement.
no?
Your engagement.
But she was down for a while, so engagement is still going to be there when they watch that actual segment until they check the end of the list again. But yeah, that'll do it. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, like the video if you can, at least for the effort, because, you know, we're trying to be as thorough as we can with different opinions and whatnot. Subscribe not to miss out on future ones. We're still going to do at least 2 more tier lists for Extra Part 2 and Part 3. Possibly some kind of a low star list. Someone was suggesting maybe not cover all of them, but like do a list of all the ones that were buffed. That could be interesting, like a short one, bonus thingy. We'll see. We'll discuss that at the end. But you'll see at least Part 2 and 3 still of the golden extras. Also, shout out to my patrons on the screen for supporting the channel. And if you guys have anything you want to say, now would be your outro moment.
Oh, just thanks for watching. That was fun.
Drink your Ovaltine.
PSAs and thank yous. Awesome. Perfect for an outro. Yeah, do subscribe to Plushie and Duo as well. Again, links in the description. Next week, Avengers and Pretenders, I believe. Hope to see you then. And hopefully it could be a good one. Have a good one and see you then. Bye.
Bye.